beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. It's episode 1182. We just got a donation randomly just now.
Love you, Garcia.
We're changing our name to the Shadow Band Peasants.
Shadow Band.
I don't know. Someone in the chat said we weren't showing up in their feed. I'm not surprised. It's probably because Nick Fuentes' name is in the title or something. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Or actually, we won't figure it out.
We should have put free candy inside this white van in the title.
Yeah, everyone loves free candy.
That would have got everybody
and white
here.
Vans.
That always works.
Everyone, please like the stream if you haven't already. Giving us a like will help a little bit.
Murder Carrot says YouTube directly told them if they watch this podcast, they're on the wrong side of history. Well, I'll tell you what.
How did they contact you to tell you that? Was it when you logged in, just like a pop-up came up? Like
They sent the Pinkertons to their door with a singing telegram.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know about the Pinkertons?
I don't know who the Pinkertons are.
The Pinkertons are in the news today because Wizards of the Coast sent the Pinkertons, which are a high security company. They've been known for union busting. They go all the way back to the days of the Wild West. I believe it was a Pinkerton who lit Billy the Kid's little brother on fire. Trying to pursue Billy the Kid. They're high security. And there was this guy who posted to YouTube, I don't know, the 20th of April, somebody's birthday, I think. The 20th of April, he posted videos of a product that's not supposed to be out for an entire month. It's a Magic Card product that's not supposed to be out for an entire month. Hasn't been spoiled anywhere. Everybody was like, how'd this guy get a hold of this? It was like crazy. And then so Wizards sent these big goons to his house, shook the guy down, made the guy's wife cry. The guy gave all the Magic Cards up to the Pinkertons, and they brought him back to Wizards of the Coast. But everybody online is like dogging on Wizards of the Coast for using hired goons.
I will say we look at where Pinkerton is headquartered. Ann Arbor, Michigan, also the home of the University of Michigan. You just know they're evil.
Ann Arbor might be the best city in Michigan.
It is,
too.
actually. Like, all jokes aside, it actually is.
They were founded in Chicago, Illinois, and supposedly they foiled an assassination attempt on Abraham Lincoln.
I don't find all the conspiracy stuff really amusing.
I don't think it's a conspiracy. It's historically accurate.
Is it?
There's claims have been made by the guys
Okay.
in the Pinkerton realm. I believe that's Pinkerton himself was his claim to fame.
How did they get the CBS logo, though? That's a more interesting story.
the CBS logo?
Their logo kind of looked like the CBS
The all-seeing
logo.
eye. The question is, how did CBS get the all-seeing eye? You're the one that wants to avoid conspiracy. But
I do, yeah, because that a logo isn't a conspiracy thing to me.
I wouldn't want to look the truth in the eye either if I wasn't ready for it. Do 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 do. Yeah, but it's pretty crazy right now. Everybody is up in arms about the Pinkertons and the Wizards of the Coast hiring the Pinkertons, and it's a big deal on the internet. If you guys haven't followed the internet. But there's other big deals too. So now that we've got through that, if you guys have any cool Pinkerton facts, send them in the form of Streamlab donations and interrupt us all night long with cool Pinkerton facts. There's a lot of them.
All right, we are going to start the show with antagonism. Here we go. Wow.
I should turn off the goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TPO, they're going to touch me.
All right. So let's take a look at... Oh, hold on. This is not exactly what I wanted to look at. Right here. Here's the first thing about it that, like, one of the earlier articles that I saw about this guy. His name's Ali Alexander. He's buddies with Nick Fuentes. He was on the InfoWars episode with Kanye West towards the end of it when they brought in more people. He's accused of grooming teenage boys.
I wonder if he does mewing. He's got quite a jaw. It looks like a mewing jaw, where you like exercise your jaw on purpose to grow a bigger jaw.
I've never heard of such a thing.
People in the right-leaning manosphere practice mewing. It gives them like an extra inch of confidence for what they lack on their dick. They try and
it's
make
a
up for on their
Habsburg
chin.
jaw.
Is that what it is?
All you need is some incest for that to happen.
Amanda Kiefer says it's from inbreeding.
Yeah.
So that's two people that say this guy's an inbreeder.
I don't know.
But it sounds like he's not into breeding at all.
No.
Maybe he is. A prominent member of Donald Trump's MAGA ecosystem apologized for asking teenage boys and young men for sexually explicit images. Essentially, a right-wing extremist is admitted to grooming minors for sexual purposes. Yeah, but do you do it in drag?
No, he was not in drag. I don't think.
Let him live. Ali Alexander's sexual behavior has been the subject of rumors among conservatives since 2015, according to reporting by the Daily Beast. A simmering tension erupted last month after Alexander and anti-Semitic white supremacist Nick Fuentes expelled Milo Yiannopoulos from a Kanye West project. Milo Yiannopoulos was not for grooming children, right? He was
he was for it being done to him until it ruined his career, and then he said it was bad.
Yeah,
he said it was a good thing until his career ended for saying it was a good thing.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good thing to me either.
It
doesn't kill your career.
But that was the outrage, right?
Yeah, Alexander wants to come up to your events to have sex with underage boys. Yiannopoulos texted Fuentes in 2022. Snap out of it. What's Alexander? Is he paying? He's the one with the Bitcoin? Has he been giving all the coin to the crypto to Nick to
I don't
fund
know.
everything?
I know he was a big part of the Stop the Steal stuff.
Huh. Yiannopoulos claims Alexander sexually propositioned both adult men and adolescents. However, it was Yiannopoulos' comments on pedophilia in 2017 that ended his career as a far-right pundit. More damaging videos are coming. Yiannopoulos has promised.
Snuffleupaloupolis.
Alexander used Yiannopoulos' name to draw in the boys, and a screenshot indicates that Alexander offered to introduce a teenager to Yiannopoulos. According to the Beast, it's because of Alexander using him that he's coming forward with these details.
Wow.
The disgraced far-right activist said, yeah, he was fine with the details. He's like, whatever, let's let sleeping dogs lie until, he uses my name to to get in with the boy.
Yeah, like holding on to that and then admitting like, oh, well, they did this. Now I'm bringing up this thing.
Well, there's traditionally a thing called outing somebody in the homosexual community. It's frowned upon. I wonder if it's the same in the PDF file community, because we know Milo had some sympathy when he was a kid. He, according to his early comments, he had some sympathy. Maybe he just didn't want to out a fellow abuser. Or he would. Milo never admitted to abusing. He admitted
No.
to being the alpha chat abuser.
Let's clear that up, because that was a misconception. He didn't admit to him doing anything. He admitted to being the younger person.
He said he was the alpha chat abusee.
Yep.
He was like, if anything, I took advantage of that priest. What? Oh, he added.
He did say that.
Yeah,
exactly that.
Yeah. He added, when I've flirted or others have flirted with me, I've flexed my credentials or dropped corny pickup lines. Other times I've been careless and should have qualified those coming up to me's identities during flirtatious banter at the start. I skipped a line.
Sorry.
Because he said, this is too gay, Alexander said in a statement Friday night. I apologize for any appropriate messages sent over the years. This is too gay, he says.
What, him getting in trouble for it is the gay part?
I mean...
Or him asking for dick pics?
I don't know. Maybe he'll go on to further explain. He says he's been careless and should have qualified those comings to him's identities during flirtatious banter at the start. Additionally, he claimed he was the victim of wrongful accusations and doctored images, but refused to specify which accusers or screenshots were fake. The MAGA insider has previously said he was bi, but that he is now battling with same-sex attraction.
They all do all of the ones that are gay are trying to be like, well, I'm fighting it.
Nick Fuentes, he's a real fighter.
He won't admit it though. Like apparently this guy at least admitted.
Well, yeah, Milo, this guy, they all admit. Nick is like, he's never admitted. He's said and done so many questionably gay things.
It's true.
If he's battling with same-sex attraction, he's the world champion of battling same-sex attraction.
Milo took it to another level. He was like an unapologetic slut.
Until he decided to start battling again.
Right.
He was like, I'm retired from the battle of same-sex attraction. One accuser, Aiden Duncan, said in a March podcast that Alexander asked him for nude pictures in 2017 when Duncan was 15. The then 32-year-old Alexander had served in politics for over 10 years at the time. He told Duncan that as long as he was silent about their interactions, he'd introduce the teen to his far-right network. Wow.
So there's like some bribery at foot.
Yeah, like when I'm trying to get with a girl and I want to bribe her, I'm like, if you don't tell anybody about my small penis, I'll buy you Chipotle. But
does it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, most everybody who's talked about my small penis paid for my Chipotle. You'll have me sharing my entire network with you, Alexander told Duncan, based on screenshots reviewed by the Daily Beast.
Okay.
According to those screenshots, Alexander offered Duncan Yiannopoulos. Wait.
Duncan? Who's Duncan Yiannopoulos?
He offered Duncan Yiannopoulos in order to keep in touch.
Okay. I'm like, is there another person with the same last name?
Yeah,
named Duncan?
Yeah, that was a weird wording. I thought there was a Duncan Yiannopoulos.
I was like, wow.
I was like, is this Milo's big strapping husband we always hear about? Alexander suggested the teenager entertain Yiannopoulos in an exchange on September 4th, 2017, suggesting the boy be Alexander's arm candy.
Oh my God.
The Beast reports
That's
other
so cringy.
screenshots. I mean, it's
Be my
15-year-old
arm
kid.
candy.
Like, how could you want a 15-year-old to be your arm candy? Like, you're specifically trying to hide this from people.
Yeah. right. Because arm candy is like in public.
I guess it's kind of like how someone just gets off on the idea of something, like where they'll offer somebody like money to do something impossible sexually.
Yeah.
And then they get off on the offer alone, which is probably what happened with that millionaire musician that wanted me to poop on him.
Yeah.
He might have never offered me, given me $10,000 to poop on him.
He might.
He might have only been getting off on the idea of doing it.
It seemed like from the story you told me that he was pretty much all in.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. He was hot
Yeah.
and bothered, and probably more bothered. The Beast reports other screenshots show Duncan sending Alexander a picture, which was redacted in the version of the screenshot reviewed by the Daily Beast. Alexander responded with the face with heart eyes emoji. And is that the gayest thing you've heard so far in this report? Responding with the face with heart eyes emoji? That's not a masculine thing to do.
That is weird.
That's not a masculine thing. If you're watching right now and you're a man and you respond with face with heart eyes emoji, is it because you're emasculated or are you just deeply in love? And asking the teenager which app Alexander should use to send him money. Well, you can use the Streamlabs link below, Alexander. I'll be your huckleberry.
I put the Streamlabs link in the chat just in case anyone wants to help us out, because this is the second show of the week, and we've got our bonus show coming up tomorrow.
Shout out to Boglum Chronicles in the chat.
Boglum Chronicles.
Bang, bang. Boglum.
Alive.
And during a podcast appearance with white supremacist Richard Spencer, Duncan asserted that Alexander insisted he becomes his intern. He also wanted him to get his parents to believe that he was at a swim meet.
What is this?
Just lying to your parents, tell them you're at a swim meet. Instead, we're going to go on a podcast with Richard Spencer. or was it to sneak out and send nudes? Either way, both are creepy. Both are creepy. Grooming children and doing podcasts with Richard Spencer are both creepy. Alexander complained in May 2019 that Duncan wasn't providing him with materials containing sexually explicit content. At this point, Duncan should have been about 17 years old. You don't even send me videos anymore, wrote Alexander, according to the screenshot seen by the Beast. No good jack-off material. Don't even want to be my side piece. Oh,
God.
The only thing more pathetic than grooming children is like whining about the children not wanting you. That's so gross.
Yeah, like they grow out of it.
It's all gross, but
And
whining
they're like, what
about
the fuck?
it.
Why-
Whining
why?
about it. Oh, that like it was one thing for you to be a sicko, right? But
Yeah.
for you to be pathetic in the pursuit of sickness.
All right, you sweet boys. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Egghead.
Let's go crazy.
Egghead. Did you neuter yourself for actual mania?
I think I thought his voice sounded higher than usual.
Oh no.
So you might be right there.
Oh no. Alexander approached the teenager about sex, Johnston told the Beast. Alexander used the eggplant emoji to request a photo of the teenager's penis.
That's so cringy, too.
On the night of Trump's social media summit, where Trump cited Alexander as an example of conservatives being silenced on social media.
Yeah. So even Trump called him out. Shouted him out, rather.
Show me your eggplant emoji, Alexander wrote in one message, according to a screenshot. What's that? Johnston replied back. Alexander responded, "Oh my God, dick." This is the worst. This is the fucking worst. I hate sickos, okay? I hate sickos. I'll say it 1,000 times, just like Cobra, while taking a shit if I have
Fuck
to.
sickos?
Fuck sickos. I hate sickos.
Well, no. When you're taking a shit, you have to be like, I'm whipping up a batch to feed my trolls.
Yeah, I'll do that too. All that. I do hate sickos, but more than I hate sickos, I hate pathetic people that suck at fucking DMing people. Sick, fucking weak people that just, so show me your eggplant emoji. And they're obviously not into it. That's so fucking creepy to me. Like, I fucking hate people who are in DMs and are weak at it. If you're going to slide in the DMs, it better be slip and slide or no ride. According to Johnson, he took a screenshot of the exchange, rejected Alexander, and promptly blocked him. However, for fear of repercussions from others on the night, Johnson didn't bring the issue up publicly. The screenshot eventually made right-wing circles, which led to Alexander taking to a video to defend his actions. Johnson told the outlet the Fuentes event contacted him about sending a text to Alexander and to say in the image was actually doctored. He also said Fuentes had offered him a job in exchange for doing so. So he was going to offer him a job to say that the image was doctored. Johnson maintains the images are real. Fuentes has denied he tried to get Johnson to recant.
I could see Nick doing that.
You know, if you just look the other way on this Ali Alexander eggplant emoji, if you look the other way and then maybe send us both a picture of your Johnson, everything will be okay. I'll give you a job. Duncan and Lance were willing to go along, flirting with Ali to varying degrees.
What was the job, by the way? What is the job?
Eggplant polisher?
Yeah, exactly.
Without any protest because they thought it would advance their political careers. Shout out to all the people that are trying to advance in politics by sucking off weird men. It's pretty good. Fuentes wrote on Telegram over the weekend, if you're flirting with adult gay men because you think it's going to land you a job, you know full well what you're doing and it's gross. Sorry, but even at 15, I would have never sent nudes to an adult gay man. There's something wrong here. That was Fuentes' quote on Telegram?
Apparently so.
He said, so he's sympathizing with Ali Alexander here by saying, even at 15, I would have never sent nudes to an adult gay man. You're gross. The guy I ride with and take everywhere with me, the guy I take on Alex Jones with Kanye with me, he's fine for asking for it, but you're gross for flirting with him to get political gain.
Yeah.
Several far-right figures have disassociated. Is that the right way? Did I pronounce it right? Disassociated?
Yeah.
Does not look like it's pronounced that way. Disassociated themselves in response to the accusations.
Yeah. Here's
I hate that word.
Here's the Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She calls for FBI investigation into Ali Alexander allegations. Now she wants the FBI investigating things.
Yep.
Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia is calling for an FBI probe into Trump ally and January 6 rally organizer Ali Alexander, who apologized Friday after being accused of asking teenage boys for sexual pictures, a story first reported by the Daily Beast. She also called out white nationalist Nick Fuentes, who she has appeared at events with in the past.
She went to AFPAC.
Do we know how old Nick was in 2017?
Probably like 18, maybe.
Dude, what if Nick is in this position because Ali Alexander got in his DMs at one point early on and has just been grooming him to the top?
I don't know. I had always thought Ali answered to Nick, but I don't know.
Why would Nick keep him around after years of accusations?
Look at the hashtag here too.
Is this Ali Alexander as Colonel Sanders?
Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted this out on the 17th. Yeah, hashtag Nick knew.
Nick knew. In exchange for recanting his accusation, Nick Fuentes and Ali Alexander offered him to get him a job in politics. Is that how Nick climbed up? Was he sending little pictures to Ali Alexander when he was 15 too?
Quite possibly.
This Ali Alexander guy, he's 38 now? He's in his late 30s. He was 32 in 2017. He could have been in his late 20s targeting Nick at 15. Nick had his little videos online when he was really young. Nick, if you're under the thumb of your abuser, Ali Alexander, it's time for you to break free. You can be a strong, independent human. Please, Nick Fuentes, we offer you free live therapy. I will conduct the therapy on Drunken Peasants podcast. You're welcome to come on anytime. Contact Ben at Drunken Peasants, and he will get you on. I will give you live therapy to get you through this abuse session, Nick. If you are being abused by Ali Alexander, I got your back, dude.
Yeah, and then he issued an apology.
Nick did?
No, not Nick. Ali.
Okay, Stop the Steal founder Ali Alexander apologizes amid allegations of texting teens. Is he the organizer? Stop the Steal. He's the founder of Stop the Steal.
Yep.
He's the founder of Stop the Steal.
Yeah.
This whole time, Stop the Steal was just a cover for Cop the Feel.
Yep.
What the fuck? Stop the Steal activist Ali Alexander has released an apology after being accused of making unwanted sexual advances and demands of young men in his political orbit. His longtime ally, the white supremacist Nick Fuentes, told listeners of his podcast that Alexander is bowing out of public life.
Yeah, I have a clip of that too.
I apologize for any inappropriate messages sent over the years. Forgive me, Alexander wrote in a statement posted to his Telegram channel. He referred to battling SSA, which appears to be an acronym for same-sex attraction, and insisted he'd repented before God.
Making it sound like it's a disease.
I've
been battling SSA for several years.
Yeah, good. You did a terrible job.
I suffer from SSA.
Alexander admitted he'd been careless in his flirtation, adding that I've flexed my credentials or dropped corny pickup lines. Alexander insisted that nothing unlawful has occurred. Well, I would insist that too, whether I was guilty or not, and that he's been targeted by fake accusers or literal honeypots eager to frame him. The controversy reflects bitter infighting among former allies in the political camp of Kanye West. Milo Yiannopoulos is a notorious far-right troll who briefly advised West during his anti-Semitic blitz last year. Alongside Fuentes and Alexander, Yiannopoulos reportedly blames the duo for his dismissal from a potential Ye 24 bid.
That's not even happening, by the way. He became disinterested in that. That was like the flavor of the week for him.
He was spiraling. He was mentally ill, and these guys all jumped on to their
they're vultures.
Their chance to get a piece of a falling star, put it in their pocket, and never let it fade away. As detailed by Right Wing Watch last week, Yiannopoulos began dropping screenshots of alleged texts Alexander had sent to a young Groyper, a political follower of Fuentes, soliciting videos and jack-off material. The context here is fraught. Yiannopoulos, a notoriously noxious political operator, saw his own mainstream political career dashed after he made light of pedophilia in 2017. The accusations against Alexander are unfolding like a political op, including with a dedicated Telegram account releasing the Ali files, as well as a phone tip line, 833-STOP-Ali.
Really? Everyone, if you just showed up, please like the stream. Give us a like. I heard we're shadow banned.
We're shot a burn.
Shot a burn.
Initially, Alexander dismissed the screenshots as fake messages. His ambiguous apology refers to seeing false claims alongside real messages. Alexander posted the apology on Friday over the weekend. Fuentes took time on his podcast to address the controversy. I talked to Ali. He understands how strongly people feel, how strongly I feel, and he's bowing out of public life, so nobody has to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, and let me play a little bit on this.
He's a protege of Roger Stone. Roger Stone looks like the Grand Creeper. He looks like the top vampire that turns all the other vampires so they can creep on younger vampires. Is Roger Stone, are the Proud Boys a trap for men to get groomed by Roger Stone and mustachioed fellow, I can't remember the Proud Boys guy from Vice who started it, Gavin McGinnis? Are they just looking for fun butt?
Yeah.
Are they just grooming fun butt under the guise of
what?
Here's Nick Fuentes, audio only.
You know what, Marjorie, you stupid bitch. It's on site. I declare war on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Metaphorically, not personally. You stupid fucking bitch. You're ugly. You wear highlights in your hair. And you're fucking stupid. And
well, I'm glad he brought the facts.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
I'm glad he's attacking her with facts and political-based knowledge here.
She is stupid, but he, like, I don't know. He's saying it like a kindergartner would say.
He's saying it like
you're stupid.
He's saying it like stupid has stopped anybody from succeeding in politics before.
It's true.
Like Ali Alexander sounds pretty fucking stupid to me, making these things consistently public And it sounds pretty stupid to me that Milo Yiannopoulos only called him out when his name got drug into it when he had a fight with Nick. It sounds pretty stupid to me that everybody seemed to know about this shit in your circle, but nobody said anything about it until your circle started to fall apart. That sounds stupid to me. So I guess stupid didn't stop you getting here, guys.
Yo, get this. You see her tweet? Check, yo, watch this. She retweeted an article from Daily Beast trying to smear me. How low can this woman go? She's best friends with pedophile Jew Milo Yiannopoulos, who's living in her campaign house.
Now, Milo has never, ever admitted to having any sort of feelings toward children.
And there's no accusations or evidence or anything like that.
Yeah, if anything, Milo was the victim, and now we're dealing with an uncorralled victim mentality.
And Nick hung out with Milo too, so it's funny that he's shitting on Marjorie Taylor Greene's association with Milo, but he had an association with Milo.
And I'm not saying Nick wouldn't know things about Milo that we don't know. Apparently, he knew things about Ali Alexander and kept him to himself as well.
This black husband. And now apparently he's writing her tweets. So, you know what? I was going to drop it. I was going to let it go, but now it's on site. I'm going to Northwest Georgia. We're buying ads. We're putting up a website. I don't care what the outcome is. Every voter in Northwest Georgia is going to know this woman hired a pedophile Jew named Milo. We're putting it on the ad. We're putting it on the website. We're putting it on the billboard. It's on site. Marjorie Greene, #1 enemy of the America First movement. You heard it here.
Does anybody
okay, if you had to pick, like, who do you like better between the two?
Nick or Marjorie?
Yeah.
Marjorie?
Yeah.
Because I could hate fuck Marjorie.
Oh, my God.
Am I allowed to say that?
Okay, well, what if Marjorie was a man and like, but still behaved the same way? Like remove the fact that you could fuck them. Like,
that's asking too much.
Who's worse between the two?
No, I think Nick is worse than Marjorie. I think there's a reason Marjorie is actually in politics. Even though she's at the lower rung, she holds it together somewhat in a social setting. Nick is just balls out over here dropping the fucking the Jew remark, trying to.
I mean, she's done that before too, like the space laser comments. It's not as crass.
That sounds like her stupidity, less than her hatred. But
it's both.
I don't know.
She's not as smart as Nick. Nick is more intelligent.
Nick seems to have vitriol in his words, and she seems to have a lack of understanding. But I could be wrong on that.
Tip train.
Fucking piggy with a piggy and a stink.
First, she should have no right to come at me. And honestly,
Cheech says I like Nick better because he has no real power or voice.
It's true, MTG has like way more power.
I don't know how much more power she has than Nick. Nick is cultivating a generation of thinkers. He is poisoning.
It's not as big as you think it is.
Well, I mean, how effective has Marjorie Taylor Greene been?
She has a very important vote when the House of Representatives is so close.
One of what
in numbers?
365 or
yeah, but when that adds up, and you got to look at who has the majority vote and everything, and that they just took it over. So every vote, she is one of the few people that's actually running this country right now, like in the grand scale of things.
I don't think that a vote is as powerful as swaying.
Well,
the
voters. She has other things too, but the vote is very important also.
I think Nick might be more powerful long run.
I'm not surprised.
Because you're so sold on the vote matters the most.
No. I just said she has other influence too, but the vote is also. Oh, I mean, she's like a prominent figure publicly.
So is Nick.
Not to the same degree. She's more of a prominent figure than Nick Fuentes. Nick was pushed off into cozy TV. Marjorie Taylor Greene gets actual time on mainstream news and at these huge like conferences and all this other stuff. Marjorie Taylor Greene has more influence. She has a real vote. She's actually a member of the government, so she's like a paid, influential member of the government.
So she's like a boy band, and Nick is the underground rock band that
Nick is a SoundCloud rapper, like
for a pedophile. I mean, that's just straight up defamation. So I am considering a lawsuit, and I'm talking to people to see if I could put some money together for that, because I know a lot of people had put some money up to see this wench go down.
This wench go down.
As far as that situation, I disavow that.
Oh yeah, this is him disavowing what's his face, Ali Alexander.
As far as that situation, I disavow that.
Do you disavow anything else about him, Nick?
Exchange.
Just that situation.
The
You've been taking him with you for so long now.
That have been posted around about Ali. What I will say
agree
though,
with Ben. Both are evil, but MTG has actual power.
More so, yeah.
is consider the source. These are all people that worked with Ali for years, and this is always the approach, is the guilt by association. Now, don't get me wrong, unequivocally disavow pederasty, unequivocally disavow
You did pederasty.
That conduct. I think it's gross. I think it's a very bad picture, and I think Ali has to explain what's going on there.
Okay. Bring him on your show and have him explain it. If you think so.
It's also wrong that whether it's women or it's boys, that they would use nudity or their sexuality to try to get a leg up professionally. That's also wrong. And I think that, by the way, at 15, 16, 17, I think you know what you're doing. It's not to say that...
Like, even on YouTube, if I search for Nick Fuentes, like, because I'll try to find clips of him, they bury him unless it's someone like the Young Turks talking about him. So it's always like people shitting on him. But then if I search Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'll get interviews from Fox News or CNN, even like CNN and stuff. So there's definitely way more people seeing her overall. Nick is like been pushed into the shadows.
Nick has a Groiper army around him.
It's been shrinking progressively.
Hopefully,
and
yeah.
It was never really that big.
Well, it seemed to worry a lot of people for a while.
I was never really worried about it, but I just thought his rhetoric was dangerous.
I can't quantify who has more power based off of Google searches.
That's just part of it.
With Nick, he has the power to grow into something. He has the power to raise a generation of fundamentalists. He's using things very directly, the anti-Semitism, the race stuff very directly. He's forming himself into a young David Duke-like character.
David Duke hardly had any real power. He ran for public office to try to get it, but he couldn't get into it.
We talk about real power, and I don't know if we can agree on what real power is. That's fine. That's where we fade here.
Sure.
I talked to Ali, and he understands how strongly people feel and how strongly I feel, and he's bowing out of public life. So nobody has to worry about that. He's bowing out of public life.
He's bowing out, so nobody worry about any of that stuff that I'm attached to.
Right.
Nobody's
He's going
about
away.
anything
Forget about
I've
him.
covered. Everybody forget about it and move on. Don't worry, guys. He's out. He's bowed out of public life. That doesn't mean he's not still funding stuff. He's not still Nick's buddy pal. Like, everything that's going on here needs to be actually searched out, and people who hit it, people like Milo who outed it, but outed it only when it benefited him, these people need to be outed as well.
And I urged him to do that. So, you're welcome.
I urged him to do that. Yeah, go away, dude. You're ruining it. Go away. This is a crazy clip. This is a super drunk Ethan Ralph interviewing the alleged victim of Ali Alexander. And it's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Right. That's something I would think about. But like I said,
I'll let you think about a couple things.
But deep. Why'd you send the eggplant?
All right, sure. That's
I'll let.
What is his? I'm looking. Is Ethan Ralph showing his? What is this? His DMs or something? I see buy marijuana in Amsterdam. What is this? What is he showing here?
Is this like the gilded Discord thing or something?
No idea.
Looks like DMs on a channel or something.
Somewhere, yeah, on some platform that I'm not familiar with.
Do you think about being
Maybe
a
it's
teenage
cozy?
thought and sending his cock to a political consultant to try to get on in some way and try to,
It's like, oh, you're just baiting him because you wanted clout.
Get on the team or whatever. That's something you did. I didn't do that. I certainly didn't do that.
Why would you have to say you didn't do that?
Yeah, that is sketchy when someone does that.
I didn't do that.
I certainly didn't do
I
that.
certainly didn't do that. So did someone else you know of do that? Are you half outing Nick Fuentes for doing that? Are you telling me that Baked Alaska, who has been accused of being closeted like other people, are these guys all guilty and you've known it all along as well, Ethan Ralph? Because either you're protesting too much because you're guilty yourself, or you're protesting because you know of others that have done it as well. It's time everybody comes clean.
And Ali did get me my Twitter back. So
Ali helped Ethan Ralph get his Twitter back when he was banned not too long ago. It was like a month or two ago.
No, I don't co-sign what he did. I think it's disgusting. But you know what? I know who helped me out a lot more recently, and it was Ali Alexander. And that's just a real nigga response right there. And
oh, God.
Somebody said in the chat, that's real nigga response. So, okay. All right. And I feel like you were enticing them. I actually do feel like that. I feel like you were trying to come on to Ali Alexander. I think you actually let him on.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see
you
them.
let him on.
It's nice to see them defending Ali Alexander by openly victim blaming. This is victim blaming 101.
It's textbook.
It's almost comical.
Yes.
How fucking directly textbook this victim blaming is.
I kind of
it tells you who Ali Alexander has in his pocket.
Oh, he was definitely part of that too. Definitely.
Fuck these guys.
He got his Twitter back.
These guys are playing horrible chess right now. I feel like to be a political commentator, you do at least be able to play 2D chess. At least 2D chess. If you can't do 3D and or the elusive 4D chess, you should at least be able to play 2D chess. You guys are playing muddy checkers. This is terrible.
Now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
All right, I think we're going off on a tangent here.
No, if I'm gonna victim blame you, you gotta tell me that everything you said about accusing him was legit now when I call you out, or else I'm gonna just call you a liar. I'm gonna make you humble yourself and reaffirm everything you've said in this moment, or else everything falls apart in your story because I said so.
Tell me okay, if you didn't, you can't, you're 15,
Ralph,
so you can't consent anyway, right?
Did you see that?
For one, Ethan said he definitely didn't have to.
Definitely didn't do that.
So why would you pay him $3 to ask about the favors when he just said when he very suspiciously said he definitely didn't do any favors?
15, so you can't consent anyway, of course. Now that's the law, and we all know that. But what I'm saying is, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
Maybe not every 15-year-old is the same, and maybe not all of them were.
Ricardo Noir says Billy sounds like Hillary Clinton delivering a speech to Harlem when
What?
Hannibal and Monty are on. Explain yourself, Ricardo Noir. I don't get that at all.
That's so fucked up.
Explain yourself. I don't get that.
Oh my God.
What am I missing here? Hillary Clinton delivering a speech to Harlem. So
you're pulling out packets of hot sauce.
So what you're telling me? If I had to deduce this, I'm preaching to predators while other predators are talking. Is that what you're saying? Let me get my hot sauce out, dude.
So.
Explain yourself, word for word, right now.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Nigga, I was snorting rails off bitches' titties as long as this fucking table when I was 15 years old. I know not every 15-year-old is the same. I don't give a fuck.
Do you think that's true, or do you think he's just like...
What, that he knows not all 15-year-olds are the same?
No, that when he was 15, he was doing blow off of bitches' titties. That's what he just said.
Probably a lie, but also it doesn't matter at all either way. Because if you...
I don't know. I didn't say it mattered. I just asked if you think it was true.
Like, literally, if it's true or not, it has zero application to any of this.
Right. So you don't want to answer, is what you're saying.
Whether it's true or not, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. I'm not going to fucking answer a stupid fucking question.
I'm just asking your opinion.
I told you my opinion. Ethan Ralph is a fucking weirdo now. If he was a coke-snorting 15-year-old, maybe that attributed to him being a fucking weirdo now. All my coke-snorting 15-year-old friends are fucking weirdos, too. It's not that cool, 15-year-olds snorting coke off of... What did he say? He snorted off of the girl?
I wasn't even saying it was cool. I was just doubtful that it actually happened. That's all. Like, I don't think it's cool or not cool, or like whether it matters or not. I was just wondering if the people in the chat can give me their opinion on it.
You better, chat. You better.
I have to empty my small bladder.
Put
Also,
me on
though,
big screen while you're gone.
You use. If you have an opinion on anything we just discussed, leave a comment, please. If you're watching after the
comment now. Comment now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to use your ability to communicate via fan chat, pleb chat, and even Streamlabs. Ask and you shall receive right here, right now. I'm keeping an eye out for that Noir character who made that awkward fucking statement about Hillary Clinton in Harlem. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's going to weigh on my mind for months now. Can somebody else explain it to me? Am I just missing something? Sheesh. Yeah, I don't care if it's true. It's Ethan Ralph. It's like, he's probably lying, but even if he's not, what does it matter? It has not affected his fucking life for the positive, obviously. But what's the best way to transition between verse to verse? You're going to put a hook in between the verses? You're going to put a little bridge, a little chant or something? You do a verse and then go into a chorus. Be like, yeah, motherfucker, I'ma fuck you up. I'ma fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. And then I'm gonna fuck you down. And then go back to the verse and be like, first off, fuck your bitch in the clique you claim. West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. You bust on bad boys, fuck for life. It's hard for me to rap Tupac because I naturally have to mute myself from dropping the bomb. And I never know if one day it's gonna slip. I was doing a radio interview probably like a decade ago, and they had me rap some Tupac on the radio, and I was specifically making sure not to drop the M-bomb, and I actually dropped the fuck word a couple of times live on air. That was my fault. I was too worried about not dropping the bomb. When's his next trip to Poland? Marco Polo? Is it hard being so funny, entertaining, and handsome all day, every day? No, not at all. I do it very naturally. I've learned something about life, that if you do something with precision, it becomes habit. A lot of people get habits from their behaviors that they were doing precisely without knowing, right? Most habits are formed because you're doing something precisely without intention. So I just took me like a while to be super funny, but I got there. Arthur Reyes says, "Hey, Billy, what's the review of March of the Machine?" I think it's really fun. A lot of interesting legends and stuff to play with. I cracked open a serialized mythic, the angel, the war leader, Aurelia, the war leader. Boom. Serializes money. So lit. I think the set's fun. Hey, Billy, who would win in a fight, Cyrax or Ethan Ralph? I'm pretty sure Ethan Ralph would win. Ethan Ralph has the size advantage. Cyrax might just bite into Ethan Ralph's neck and make him bleed everywhere. Bustelo says, "I have a habit of touching his cloaca." You have a habit of touching your cloaca? You pee and poo from there, dude.
Is that a bird?
Bustelo's a bird.
Yeah?
You pee and poo from there. You better be careful. You might get pink eye. Ethan Ralph has never won a fight. Has Cyrax won a fight? The only dominance Cyrax has ever been noted from my perspective is his dominance over that blind boy, Billy, that he molested. I don't know if there was any other issues or occurrences. Matthew Curriculum Music says, "Billy, only 2% made sense. You got to elevate, Matthew. You got to get to the next level. Once you get to the next level, you'll understand. You just weren't ready to hear my voice. I'm the God. You need a translator, like Metatron. Metatron, the angel, the seraphim angel translator for God. That's what you need." Blind Billy was leading on Cyrax. I sure hope not. Blind Billy, who is definitely not me, is a different Billy.
You're not blind.
No, I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. At least Cyrax can beat himself. Ralph has trouble even finding it under the expanding gunt. Ralph's made some kids, right? Doesn't he have a bunch of kids?
He has 2 kids with 2 different moms.
I'd say somebody finds the damn thing. Cyrax versus Zoltan. I think Zoltan would win. You have to remember, Zoltan at least stepped up to me. Tried to push me down a flight of stairs. Didn't win.
I saw this video of King Cobra's dad trying to do some kind of like weird stunt and ends up like falling. Check this out.
To get above water.
Oh, I don't think it's really him.
No, it's not.
But this is funny. Ow!
Oh, dude.
Is that terrible?
I was doing backyard wrestling like 20 years ago, and this guy went to do a moonsault, and the table fell like that, and he landed on the edge of the table like that from like off a ladder. It was like 10 feet, and he almost died.
Yeah, that's
it
terrible.
was so fucked.
Yeah, I noticed this guy had an accent, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, that's not really Clint. Unless Clint fakes an accent.
Yeah, Clint plays a German man in his school class that he teaches.
But that's a terrible way to fall. Like, right in the center of your back like that.
Yeah, the guy that I saw do that landed on the table like that from a high drop, and it ruptured his spleen, I think.
Yeah, and you can die from that. I knew a guy that ruptured his spleen in high school. He fell off of a stage and ruptured his spleen.
Yeah, it was fucked.
I saw some funny photoshops on the Cobra subreddit today. Like this. Like day 3.
That's most definitely what's up.
He's pouring Bud Light into the bearded dragon's mouth.
That's Bug Light.
Bug Light?
Yeah, he feeds Bug Light to Puff. It's a Bud Light he leaves out to collect bugs overnight. Oh, no. Oh, no. That ain't right. Don't feed. Feed. Eat. Don't eat. Beat against chair. Don't beat against chair. Ride, don't ride. Have sex with, don't have sex with. That's Warlord. You don't have sex with
Hey,
Warlord.
why not? I'd rather have sex with Warlord than the bearded dragon.
No, they need to put a hot of age, cis-born, every other thing Cobra begs or asks for in that picture. Not Warlord. We know that breaks the commandments. How are we going to take this seriously if it ends with the broken commandment? Could have used the sex doll to have sex with.
Steven Crowder announced today that he's getting divorced, and he thinks Candace Owens was kind of like extorting that information because she knew that back when they were having their little tiff several months ago.
Did she bring it up?
No, I don't think so, but maybe he was afraid she would.
So he was scared, so he's accusing her because he was scared?
I guess.
Pussy.
I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now.
A boot?
What's that a boot?
Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now,
I got to tell you, Steven Crowder, beyond that, your dad's your manager, and you use him as an excuse not to talk to people. So you've had another boot on you as well. You're kind of the supreme boot licker. I just want to point that out, Crowder. If this ex-wife thing was a boot against you, and your father being your manager, and you hiding behind him when you want to dodge Sam Cedar interviews or debates, that you are got multiple boots, and you are the king boot licker, Steven Crowder.
There is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side, and no, this was not my choice.
Your wife decided she didn't want to be married to a homosexual in the closet man anymore, right?
To be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is
married to you
permitted.
anymore.
It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life. What I consider to be my deepest personal failure.
Yeah, obviously, you could only maintain one beard at a time.
Just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible. And I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter.
No, they don't.
In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period. So for well over a year, in the best interest as well as physical safety of my children, we've decided to keep this issue private and to resolve it privately with the appropriate attorneys, what have you, legal jargon. And all this, one thing I want to be really clear about is certain. True north here is that my children are blameless, completely without fault, and so we decided to resolve these issues privately, as it's in their best interests, both emotionally and physically, to do so.
Sure.
Now, the other issue is, and this is something that
he's using the kids like to deflect.
Of course, it's the best way to get.
Yeah.
He needs deflection right now more than anything, because he's admitting that he can't be the family man that he claims everybody needs to be.
No.
There's a very noticeable mark in his armor right now.
Kept private for likely far too long. Many other people knew about this behind the scenes. Some.
My wife's boyfriend, who I would watch bang her, knew about it. Candace Owens, for some reason, I told. How the fuck are you confiding in Candace Owens? We wanted to keep this private, but it got out to Candace Owens somehow. That's a fuck up on your part, dude. If you want to keep it private, guess what? Talk about it with your wife and your fucking counselor. If it's out there, you need to chase down who told Candace Owens. Because if you told her, then go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
If someone else told her, you need to check your friendship with them. But Candace Owens don't owe you shit. You wanted to trust her with private information? It wasn't her whole fucking build up into this circle, building a website that would get people's information out there and fucking soft docs them?
Yeah, it was a site that soft docs trolls.
And this guy claims to be intelligent.
Not all, but some of them in positions of power, influence, leverage, knew of this. They also knew that the safety of my children included keeping it private. So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion...
I want to say, she came after my kids. I want to turn this into an attack on Candace Owens. I want to weaponize my pain. So Candace Owens tried to extort me.
Yeah, he just used the word extortion.
Then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Stephen has a lot going on, I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to this situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes
This fucking bitch asked people to pray for him?
Yeah.
Kick her out! Cancel her! Cancel her!
Extortion.
The asking for prayer, you sick bitch! Leave his kids alone! Fucking whiny. What a whiny bitch peckerhead. Steven Crowder, you whiny bitch peckerhead. I'm gonna look up your wife, and if she's moderately attractive, I'm putting her on the fucking stro, dude. She's coming into my stable, and I'm selling her.
People need a scripture.
Pussy bitch.
You know, Stephen
Probably
purports
not.
to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say more than that. You know, maybe if I feel in further defense, some things should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Look at his face.
That is a little nice way for her to end it, though. You know, if I feel like the public needs to know for any reason, but still, oh yeah, she was totally a beard. She realized well into her marriage that she was a figurehead for him to keep his. I'm not joking when I suggest these guys are in the closet. I'm not joking. And it's probably not the best way to suggest, but I've ran into way too many people that protest the gay lifestyle because they're hiding themselves from it. We just seen one person who was grooming children tonight who was hard right and claimed, I've been battling with sexual attraction. I've been battling.
Just admit it.
Just you all seem to be battling, and you battle in the most repugnant way where you rebel to the opposite side. When I'm trying to hide something from somebody, I go to the total opposite side too. I'm over standing by the potpourri pot saying, I didn't shit my pants. No, I didn't shit.
Potpourri?
Smell this potpourri right? This potpourri right here? I didn't shit my pants. Knowing full well I shit my pants.
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So
this children in harm's way thing.
Conservatives.
This children in harm's, you bringing up your children right now to point out they could be put in harm's way is putting them more in harm's way than any of these pernicious side threats could be.
Stop attacking my family.
For real, dude.
And allies, well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes, which will be made alarmingly clear as this process of discovery continues.
Cry, baby.
And it also, by the way, makes me that much more appreciative of those who did know about this and in understanding the best interests of my family, my children, kept their word and used discretion. I can't thank you enough. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Won't forget it. It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children. And she wanted something else for her life. That's not my choice. She simply wanted out, and
She wanted to marry One of the voice actors from Arthur.
It's not your choice. We get it. It's not your choice. And you did not do the manly thing, which was be the man your wife loved. You failed, you fucking pussy. You failed. And now you want to put it on her. It's not my choice. It's not my choice. You know, Candace Owens, she was alluding to things in my life. She was threatening my children. You're a fucking weenie. Take some ownership. You're the one that wants to tell everybody else to take ownership over their life. You want to be the one to attack every other person, but you are sitting here in front of everyone right now acting like a fucking weenie. And because you actually talk to weenies, your audience is full of weenies, they're going to eat it up like bitch ramen. You fucking weenie.
Says that's how it works. Now, of course, look, I get it. There are multiple sides to every story, but one thing that is undeniable in this case is that it's no one's fault but my own.
I take it back. I take it back. After being a bitch, weenie, whiny crybaby, he literally says exactly what I just fucking shit on him for in a 1 second take. He's going to now gloss over, I bet. By the way, it's all my fault. Now back to everybody else's fault. Fuck you.
Wrong, and that's certainly not the fault of my children. And I will say that what's in the best interest of my children is not internet drama, speculation, certainly not blatant or veiled shakedowns or dragging their father or mother, and I can't be clear on that enough, or their mother through the mud. And to anyone who tries it, I'm no longer going to pacify, capitulate, or sidestep because I love them a whole lot more than I love you. And I will continue to do whatever is necessary to protect my children. Discussing the divorce any further.
I guess they're like a year old or something.
Has anybody brought up his children
but
publicly?
Him, no.
So
he's the one
this fucking bitch weenie puts his children out in the public eye to shield him from criticism.
Yes.
You fucking twerp. What a emasculated bitch boy. Somebody go into his house and feed him Caltine bars and lard until he loses those muscles. We're revoking your muscles, dude. You got to be just a fat pudge ball bitch. You get no muscles. You've not earned those muscles. You fucking punk.
I'm no longer going to pacify, capitulate, or sidestep because I love them a whole lot more than I love you. And I will continue to do whatever is necessary to protect my children. Discussing the divorce any further on social media or
anger.
It's just a little righteous anger.
On this show or in any public space is not what's best for them. I'll be handling this through the proper legal avenues and channels available as a matter of record in which I have more than full confidence. So I'd ask that you understand the need for and respect our privacy in what is obviously a pretty tough time.
You brought up the kids. You're hiding behind your children. You were hiding behind. No, we'll go through the proper legal avenues. Don't worry, guys. To protect my children, who I choose over these other people. My children. My wife, is leave. Something probably. You know what's happening? The divorce is probably getting filed this week.
Well, yeah, it's going to be public record anyway, so he's got to head it off because if he doesn't mention it and then it's out there. Yeah. What
a fucking twerp. Using your kids as a shield for the inevitable criticism you might get of being a man that couldn't keep his home life together when you fucking talk down on people who don't have different from the traditional family lifestyle. Your conservative values.
What's up, DP fam? It's your boy Big Diesel here. Let's get a tip train going for these
tip
boys. Do it for me, your big buff anime fan. Give your reparations for me to them.
Woo woo.
Oh.
Woo woo.
That none of this has to go any further than that.
None of this has to go any further than that. As long as I've now used my children to shield me from criticism, that's where it will stop. Fucking pathetic, dude. I thought you were pathetic when you hid behind your father not to have a debate with Sam Cedar. Oh, my manager, who is your dad?
My manager dad.
My manager dad said I can't get ambushed in debates. The same way fucking Mr. Girl said his editor wouldn't let him fucking go with Joe. My editor, normally I would totally have a conversation with somebody, but my editor says I can't have a conversation with you because you're all fucking glass chin weenies. All of you look for weak people because next to them you look like the strong one. Motherfucker, I walk with predators. I'm the Jeffrey Epstein of YouTube. And I'm a sweet boy. And I'm a fucking sweet boy. Because I don't need to be around weak people to look strong.
And a fucking sweet boy.
And a sweet boy.
Wild Bill for America got a second date with the Regal Redneck.
Oh?
Look at him.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
Look at him with his fucking collar buttoned shirt.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh, you're so cute, Wild Bill. You're so cute.
Hi, everyone. It's Regal Redneck here with
Hi, everyone. I just biffed my own fucking name. Regal Redneck here.
Regal Redneck.
Can we get a fucking legitimate microphone for this guy?
Yeah,
As
where's
long
the
as-
microphone? It's like under a table somewhere.
It's always somewhere shitty. Like he's on the fucking beach and you can hear the waves crashing. I think it might actually be the same thing Trump did, where he'd only do interviews by the chopper. So whenever anything really stupid was said, you could just blame it on not being able to hear.
I noticed for a while there, Wild Bill's hair was all like crazy and wild too. But if you notice now, he's all clean cut.
He got a haircut.
Yeah.
He knows he's trying to woo the fucking Regal Redneck.
Wild Bill for America.
It's Wild Bill for America.
And here's a taste of Proverbs 24, taken out of God's Word. And these things also belong to the wise. It is not good to show.
Do I hear Darth Vader in the background?
He is heavy breathing. He is.
They have mics. They have he has a lapel mic that he's wearing.
He is so horny that his breath, his heavy breathing is like raised up to the point where he can hardly contain his own breath. His blood is rising to his fucking boner, being next to the Regal Redneck. He's so horny.
Partiality and judgment. He who says.
How can you upload this video? Did he not listen to it before he uploaded it? How loud is breathing?
He's probably deaf or something. He probably had some gunshots go off near his ear when he was a law enforcement officer, maybe.
He's horngry.
To the wicked, you are righteous, the people will curse. Nations will abhor him. But those who...
I love how his fucking horn dog breathing is so loud and her voice is just muddled beneath it.
I was talking about the word of God.
Yeah. Whatever the word of God is, it has to get over the breath of Bill first.
Rebuke the wicked will delight, and good blessings will come upon them. Prepare your outside
guy.
Make it fit for yourself in the field. And afterwards,
They look good too. Like they look like they got done up to visit each other.
Oh my
They probably
God.
had some really horrible missionary position fucking sex.
Do you think so?
They probably did. They're old. The older you get, the more likely you are to have sex because you realize it could be the last fucking time.
But when they're all religious, won't they not do that?
They'll just repent.
Oh,
They'll be like, it is God's will that I lay on top of you and breathe heavy for 4 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
your house. Bill.
Proverbs 24.
Yes. Isn't God's word amazing and just full of so much encouragement? As we are just coming off Holy Week, here we find ourselves still in God's word and God still in control. I'm looking so forward to seeing what is happening in our legislation because we have godly...
I keep hearing him breathing.
Yeah, and when
someone
said,
got a DM, it was like, bing!
Yeah, bing! When I said 4 to 5 minutes of bad sex, that obviously includes about 3 to 4 minutes of fondling his mildly erect penis until the blue pill kicks in. Whatever the alt-right version of Blue Chew is.
Men and women finally having that courage to stand up and say, this is wrong. I am a Christian. I am allowed to have these beliefs. And God put me here for just a case like this.
I am allowed to have these beliefs. You know what? I didn't realize the plight against Christianity was that they weren't allowed to be fucking stupid.
Right.
That up until now, I thought they were allowed to be fucking stupid.
I feel like that's been encouraged.
But I guess according to Mild Bill and this succubus, the Regal Redneck, the Regal Raw Dog, that they're not allowed to have beliefs.
No.
Exactly. And
that's
when
illegal.
One person speaks out, it helps others to find their voice to speak out. We pray that, Lord, this will ignite a brush fire in America that will catch and catch and catch.
If they could just add some pink lines to Wild Bill's shirt, some pink stripes, it'd be like
the
a
bar for
watermelon
good sex
shirt.
with either one of them is not very high.
That's true. That's true. They were probably both very pleased and under the eyes of God that they made missionary fuck.
And that America will call out the wicked, that the Christians will rise up and find out they can do it. There are too many Christians hiding, intimidated.
May says, chat, be honest, you'd hit it. Are you talking about Wild Bill?
No, I think they're talking about Regal Redneck. But maybe.
Regal Red, honestly, like...
She has pretty eyes.
Neither of these people are terribly unattractive for their age
Well, Wild Bill
right
has, like,
now.
the spot shit.
He's cleaned himself up, though.
Is he wearing, like, foundation to cover it up or something?
Maybe. But like, the way he's dressed, even with the spots, he looks kind of passable for his age. I'm not saying he's terribly attractive or anything. I'm just saying at his age, there's worse. There's guys that they're not going to wear a button up. They're not going to get their hair cut.
Right.
And they're still probably slamming fucking Regal Redneck.
Or they don't have any
women.
hair to cut. Like, Wild Bill is an old guy and he looks like he kept his hair.
By the mobs.
Yeah, she's pretty. I don't want to dog her looks at all.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah.
We just dog how Wild Bill's like. He's acting different. He's noticeably.
He's 100% putting on the haircut, the shirt.
I'm a conservative social media influencer.
If they're not fucking, he is courting her as if there's potential to.
Yes.
And I would like to think that they're both too fucking old not to just jump in bed and disappoint each other.
You want to finish well. What you do now in this life will make a difference in eternity. And you just might save a few knuckleheads.
Mr. Morton says she's still way out of his league. I'm sorry.
The older you get, the like that gap isn't as wide.
If a woman is willingly in your presence, she's not out of your league. You might not be in the fucking shape to take it down. You might be a pathetic human being, but if she's willingly there, there's a chance.
It's in this world too. Proverbs 24, good medicine for America. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.
Until we meet again, God bless you.
Oh, they each have their taglines.
They're dueling taglines.
Yeah. I wonder how many takes they did.
Can we go back just 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Look at how completely still Wild Bill is compared to her.
Like, that's good? Or
yeah, just play this.
Bless you.
Look at him going to pause mode. He is so still, just his heavy breathing. It's so cute. So cute. Gonzo says Bill used to be a stud. He was a lawman.
He claims to be.
He was a self-proclaimed lawman.
I love his story about how he got, like, they wouldn't let him into Canada because when he got to the border, they asked him what he was going to do there, and he's like, participate in this political rally. And then they looked it up, and they're like, no, you're not. We don't have. We have to allow the actual citizens of Canada do those kind of rallies, but they don't have to let people in from other countries to do them. So.
Now, Ricardo Noir, who made that strange comment about Hillary Clinton in Harlem and me, is saying old people are very loose. The Villages has STD outbreaks routinely. Standards go down and no pregnancy risk. Yeah, the old folks' homes are riddled with STDs from what I've heard. And that's icky. Ruby Jewel was on my way home from the casino. Have fun. Ben, feel free to play the promo I sent you tonight. We'll probably play it tomorrow. But I don't know. I don't know what's on the docket. Something to look forward to, says May. Sick. Absolutely nasty. I like it. How you guys feel about Hillary Clinton? Would you rather have Hillary Clinton be the president than Joe Biden? Boom, boom, boom. individual situation. Don't you say that. Don't you goddamn say that. No Hillary. Joe Biden announced today that he is going to run again for president, and that shocked nobody. Grandmaster Burr says, hey, Billy, can you give us the lore on Battlecam? I saw a clip of Joe fighting his stepdad a while ago. Battlecam was a website that was put together by eccentric billionaire Alki David. If you Google his name right now, there's a lot of Me Too lawsuits. He's being targeted by Gloria Allred, and I don't know how many of these lawsuits are legitimate, but I will tell you a lot of the things the women are accusing him of are things that he did to Joe and I as well. It was kind of his thing, like walking into a room with his pants down and his penis tucked back between his legs. Anyways, he started Battlecam, a live streaming website, because he got kicked off of platforms like Justin TV. He got kicked off of all the other, I don't know, Ustream, I think was a thing back then. He continually got kicked out of all the things. So he's a billionaire. He's like, I'll start my own website.
I remember Ustream.
And he started battlecam.com, and it started off as just a website. People would come on. He'd give money to do weird challenges and shit. And a lot of people made their way through Battlecam early on. Keemstar, that's where the Battlecam was, where his rant against Alex happened. I was there live for that. Alex was my friend. I've met Alex multiple times. Good dude.
So I guess, because I didn't know who Alex is, does Alex happen to be a black guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I just got kind of caught on to that by Keemstar's video.
Yeah, Keemstar said some pretty fucked up things, which, he's apologized for and no longer does. So we all get to move on and live our lives, right? Apparently.
Yeah.
But the website, Joe, was fighting with his mom's boyfriend on the site. That was a big moment. People would just have their cameras on in their homes, and weird shit would go down all the time. People would try and be as weird and crazy as possible. I saw a guy shoot his ball bag with a pistol.
That was crazy.
I saw
that video.
A guy cut off his nipples, fry them in a pan, and eat them.
Yeah, that's all in that movie.
I've seen a lot of gross stuff on there. It was the one who knocks says, you think Fish Tank is like Battlecam? Fish Tank reminds me a lot of Battlecam. Battlecam did Battlecam House, which was essentially supposed to be exactly like Fish Tank. Literally was like 8 or so people in a house, and they were going to be eliminated until one person got $100,000. That's what Fish Tank is. And when we got there, the billionaire who, he swerved us and he made us all get in prison uniforms and locked us in a makeshift prison.
You got Andy Dick Pizza?
Yeah, Andy Dick showed up with pizza, and he got pelted by this guy who was on Unsolved Mysteries, who was locked in there with us. He was on Unsolved Mysteries because he...
Drop a dime, you cheap some bitches.
Keep trying.
Thank you.
This guy, Curtis Croft, he was on Unsolved Mysteries because he owed some guys money, and he had his girlfriend on the back of his motorbike. And these guys supposedly came to retaliate against him for owing money, and they went to hit him with a 2x4, and it hit the girl in the back of the head who wasn't wearing a helmet.
God.
And she was brain damaged. And in the Unsolved Mysteries, she's there talking, and it's so sad. And he's like this young kid, and he's like, what? I didn't do it to her. And it's like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
But he was there. He pelted Eddie Dick with cheeseburgers. It was a very weird thing. But yeah, it's a lot like Fish Tank. And
I've never heard of Fish Tank.
That turned into the first online RV trip that I can remember with IP2 RVs, basically Ice Poseidon and all that shit with the RVs. Joe and I did that at the same time too. We were like front runners of this shit, but it was a weird little circle. It was online. It was also live to air on television in the Southwest. Everywhere we would go, we would be meeting people who would see us on TV until we finally drove all the way to the East Coast in the RV. But it was a very interesting scenario. But it reminds me a lot of Fish
Tomorrow's
Tank.
the go home show of actual mania.
It is.
Who's ready?
Who's ready? Egghead, are you ready? Are you ready? But yeah, that's the short of Battle Cam. A lot of my friends on there have gone on to be fun social media stars themselves, and the little things came from there. It was a wild group of people. It was like a little corner of internet punk rock for a while. Best RV trip was Robin Williams.
What? Oh yeah, that movie.
Yeah, the RV movie with Robin Williams.
Here's Bob talking about what people should do if he gets arrested.
Keep in my wallet an emergency little piece of paper with phone numbers on it. If I'm getting arrested, take that shit, slide that shit in between my butt cheeks. That way when I get into the fucking jail cell, I can pull that shit out of my butthole, and I got the fucking phone numbers, take it out of the plastic, throw that stinky shit over there, unravel it, get on the phone. Hey, bud, I'm in jail. Can you bail me out? Appreciate it, man.
So he keeps a thing in his wallet,
and he says if he gets arrested, someone should slide it in his butt.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's not regular, right?
It's regular for Bob.
He just nonchalantly said, "Look, if I get arrested, slide this thing in my butt."
Yeah. We'll do it one more time since it was
Keep
quick.
in my wallet an emergency little piece of paper with phone numbers on it. If I'm getting arrested, take that shit, slide that shit in between my butt cheeks. That way when I get into the fucking jail cell, I can pull that shit out of my butthole, and I got the fucking phone numbers, take it out of the plastic, throw that stinky shit over there, unravel it, get on the phone. Hey, bud, I'm in jail. Can you bail me out? Appreciate it, man.
Wouldn't it be easier just to remember the fucking numbers? Like, I assume you don't have a long list of numbers you're going to be able to call in jail. How about you just memorize that one? What in the fuck, man? If someone could just slide this in my butt, I'd be okay.
Yeah, it's always something butt related.
Could someone just slide this in my? If there's someone I need to call when I'm in jail, I'm going to remember that number. I'm never going to need something slid in my butt.
Yeah, it's weird how he tries to rationalize that and thinks that sounds normal.
Or even, you know what? If it's that important, get the fucking number tattooed on your body.
Right.
If your mind doesn't work, how are you ever going to rely on somebody to even be there? Do you always have somebody there ready and willing to slide things in your butt? Is that what you're telling me? What in the actual fuck? I have a very short tolerance for bullshit today. I'm going in on Bob's butt stories. I'm going in on Wild Bill's weird sexual tension with the regal redneck. I'm going in on Steven Crowder hiding behind his children like a fucking pussy.
I like it.
That's just too much today. I don't have any sort of fuse left. I'm just going off.
I like it.
I'm just going off,
Keep
man.
going.
I'm just going.
I had to eat a salad. I'm sorry.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is that carrot?
No, it's orange bell pepper.
Much better.
Yeah.
I don't like carrots in my salad, but bell pepper is great.
Normally, if I want carrots in a salad, it helps if you use like a cheese grater and just like grate a carrot like into your salad. Then it's like,
if it's super fine, I can understand that, but I don't think I would. I would prefer it to have just the. I don't mind the taste of carrot. I don't like the texture.
Yeah, that's the grating. It helps a little more.
Yeah, I think
with the texture.
Bob's bombastic butt boy is always on standby. Finger through belt loop.
Yeah, I like roasted carrots better. You know, like if you do like a beef roast and cook the carrots, like soak up all that beef juice from the bottom of the pan.
Yeah, the juice
the
in the
carrots
carrot
just swallow it up.
makes for a nice soft beefy carrot.
Yeah. I enjoy that too.
That's not the worst way to eat a carrot. I think the worst way to eat a carrot
It's just raw?
is when you want something else. It's like when all you have is carrots, and you're like, fuck. Like I would even rather have a radish right now than a fucking carrot. But
I'll do like carrots and hummus.
I don't even dislike carrots like at all. I think it's because of the keto.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just have a regular carrot than like carrot shaved up in my salad. I don't even mind like a carrot cooked in soup. A carrot in soup. I guess shaving of the salad is, as long as it's like very fine, it would be better. But I don't like those little carrot like shards. I don't want carrot shards in my salad.
Shards.
Yeah, little shards of carrot where you're chewing and you have this extra little bit of orange you have to chew through.
Carrot shards. I think is that like the carrot you'd find in coleslaw? Like,
yeah, not
it's
a big
like
fan.
a very thin
Yeah.
strip. I would say
Yeah.
more like a strip.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that sort of thing in my salads. If carrot's gonna be in there, I like it shredded like that, or just do big old fucking carrot medallions or something. Let me know when I'm about to get a carrot and I can chew through it separately.
Medallions is like the laziest way to cut a carrot because you just like cut it like long ways. Like
Still better than hiding a fucking little shard or a little strip. Just let me know I'm about to have that medallion. Coleslaw, it's more passable in coleslaw because everything in coleslaw kind of pisses me off. It's still good together.
I like it.
Yeah, I like coleslaw enough.
I like even like a more vinegary coleslaw than the like creamy kind. But I like the creamy
I
kind.
used to eat a lot of coleslaw when I was young. Now it just tastes like slop. Unless it's really well done. Like it has to be like really well done.
Yeah, because I don't like the KFC coleslaw really.
No, there's a lot of bullshit coleslaw out there.
Yep.
There's a lot of coleslaw that only exists because it's cheap and it fills up a space on a fucking plate.
Yep.
And that pisses me off.
Damn it, you're so mad today.
I'm so freaking angry. This entire time, this entire time I thought the right was out here to stop groomers, and they're actually hiding them. They're all knowingly hiding them.
Who'da thunk? Who'da thunk?
They're over here trying to point fingers at the library with the drag queens, and they're hiding one of their own.
Yep.
What? Like, I get it. If there's actual predatory stuff going on in a library with a drag queen, let's stop it. But let's have some discernment of if it's just a man in a dress reading a book, or if it's somebody trying to get a kid to do weird shit. That's the problem.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get into some DP action news. Let's start it.
He called me sir. It got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves. Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Chevy 34 says better to be pissed off than pissed on. Depends who's doing the pissing, dude. I guarantee you it's better to be pissed on by I don't know, some exotic beauty than it is to be pissed off. Just let an exotic beauty give a little trickle. What's the big deal? Especially if you got bit by a jellyfish? Come on.
So there's this new civil case against Trump. It's like an SA case.
Yeah, it's from many years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it 30 years ago or something?
Yeah. Let's see what it's all about.
A civil trial for columnist E. Jean Carroll's rape and defamation accusations against Donald Trump is getting underway today. The jury now seated in Lower Manhattan as Carroll accuses the former president of raping her in a luxury department store dressing room nearly 3 decades ago. She also says that Trump defamed her after she came forward with the allegations.
I mean, does she have evidence? Like,
she's going to need it 30 years later.
Yeah. I mean, there's not going to be much.
He has denied that the rape occurred and that he ever knew Carroll, at times calling her, quote, a nut job and mentally sick. He's also repeatedly said, she's not my type anyway. Joining me now, ABC News legal contributor and criminal defense attorney Shauna Lloyd, also ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky. He's outside the New York courthouse there where the civil trial is taking place. So, Aaron, the jury has now been seated, right? So what can we expect?
A nine-member jury was just seated here a short while ago. They were asked everything from their vaccination status to whether they'd seen The Apprentice to whether they think that former President Trump is treated unfairly by the media. They were also asked about the nature of Carol's claims. Do you think that bringing a claim now, 30 years after the alleged rape happened, it all makes it less reliable? So all the jurors
Now,
had to be
this is a more recent picture of her, but
yeah, she's right there.
he says this is not his type.
Well, at this age, right?
Did she not look like 30 years ago she would have been one of his types?
Probably.
Who was the one before Melania?
Marla Maples.
Is she that different than Melania or Marla Maples here? Like 30 years ago?
Marla Maples still looks good.
This woman does not look terribly.
She doesn't look terrible.
Ragged. I don't know.
Okay with different things before they were seated on the jury. And now we wait for opening statements, and it's going to be left to Carol's attorney, Roberta Kaplan, to try and argue that not only did the attack occurred as she claims, but that Trump defamed her by calling her a liar and by disparaging her appearance, saying she's not my type.
So, Shauna, how do you think that this case is going to be perceived?
If he says she's not my type, and we can do a lineup with 10 people he's been linked to, and she doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, he's got to have some sort of guilt. So I don't care if he did it or not. He can't say she's not my type when she's just a New York thin blonde. Well, what do you mean you're fucking type, you psycho?
There. Those charges, of course, stemming from the Stormy Daniels hush money investigation.
This trial is going to boil down to credibility. They're going to look at Ms. Carroll, they're going to look at former President Trump, and they're going to listen to all of the evidence that can be presented as much as it can from back then, the witnesses, what they have to say, and it all boils down to the credibility.
And Aaron, as we mentioned, Trump has claimed he didn't know Carol, even going on to say, well, and she's not my type.
And if she was his type, does that mean he would have?
He's just talking trash.
He's like, look, she was not my type, but if she was, I would have assaulted her. Is that what he's alluding to?
It does kind of sound like that when you put it that way.
It's like, she's not my type. If she would have been my type, yes, obviously, I would have grabbed her by the pussy.
God.
Obviously.
You never know what's going to come out of his mouth, but lawyers could challenge that during the trial, right?
I think they probably will, Kira. During a deposition for this case, Trump was given a picture of E. Jean
I think
Carroll
they probably will,
and asked
Kira.
if he recognized her, and he said, "Oh, that's my wife," meaning he seems to have confused E. Jean Carroll. You see the photo on your screen for his second wife, Marla Maples, and that.
There you go.
How am I so fucking right tonight? I'm hitting him, Ben. I'm hitting him.
There's a picture of Marla Maples from the 90s.
Christ. Jesus, this mother.
I looked up Marla Maples' Instagram. This is from just this past October. Marla Maples looks good.
I'm over here saying if you put a lineup with 10 people, and if someone can't pick out her from the other 10 easily, and Trump literally just had her and mistook her for his wife. That's this fucking guy. I gave him more rope than he needed to hang himself. This fucking guy.
The notion that Carol isn't his type. Now, does that prove he sexually assaulted her? It doesn't.
No.
But they're building a circumstantial case because there is no physical evidence here.
Yeah, there he is with Marla Maples.
And as for the statements attributed to Trump either in person or on social media, he's not here. So the jury is not being asked to confront Trump with his statements directly. He's more this figure that they've been asked about.
She's not my type. She just happens to
look like his ex-wife.
Like my wife of the time.
I mean, there's all sorts of questions about Trump, but his physical presence is absent and likely will be for the remainder of the case.
Right. So the fact, Shauna, that we know Trump is unlikely to testify, he's not being criminally prosecuted. So what is Carol seeking in this lawsuit?
Money.
Carol is seeking monetary damages. That's really all that a civil trial can bring for the person that is bringing the allegations. However, in my experience, most victims of this sort are really looking for vindication. They're looking to inspire and give courage to other victims. And she's also looking for the acknowledgement that she feels she deserves, and that recognizing that she did not. She told the truth. This was her truth. And this is actually what happened. So she's looking for that vindication as well.
Okay, we'll follow it. Aaron, Shauna, thank you both so much.
Hi, everyone.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hi, everyone. Is this George Stephanopoulos?
Yes, it is. I think in that picture they kept showing of Trump with his accuser from back in the day. That was Ivanka's mother on the right there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So he could have been alluding to her when he said, "That's my wife"?
No, I think maybe he didn't know what the fuck he was looking at and thought it was. I don't know.
Is that Harry Belafonte there?
I don't think so, but R.I.P. Harry Belafonte.
Hey.
It's John Johnson.
John Johnson.
Yeah, so Jean Carroll, John Johnson, and Ivana Trump at the NBC party in 1980.
Deo.
President Joe Biden announces bid for another term.
What? I'm so excited.
Yeah, let's take to the streets and march in support of Joe Biden.
It's about time. Four last years.
Now to the White House, where President Joe Biden is hoping to remain after the 2024 presidential election. This afternoon, he did make his first public appearance after announcing what is his new campaign.
Our Nicole D'Antonio joins us live now from the White House. Nicole?
Hey, that's right. And the timing of this announcement is significant.
You can hear all the other reporters around there talking.
The announcement coming exactly 4 years to the day since President Biden launched that 2020 campaign. And today, the president appearing in an emotional video where he urged voters to let him finish the job. A friendly union crowd welcomed President Biden for his first speech since launching his re-election bid.
Teamsters, laborers, bricklayers. I make no apologies for being labeled the most pro-union president in American history. I'm proud of it.
He focused on themes he will be building on over the next 18 months.
My economic plan is blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America, and that's what we're doing, rebuilding America.
Oh, God.
Walking on sunshine. Whoa!
Is that what it is?
He announced his 2024 candidacy Tuesday morning with a video.
Let's finish this job. I know we can.
Ahead of
Finish what?
A pint of fucking cherry chip ice cream? The fuck is he going to finish at this age?
The announcement,
his life?
A CBS
You're
News
right,
poll
right.
found Democrats were accepting of his re-election bid. Just
Accepting. Okay, what are the four choices? Excited, accepting, confident, nervous.
That's only
the lowest one is excited.
This math. So this must be multiple choices, right?
I think so.
Is this is what 150% of people?
Yeah.
The fuck. 125%.
Yeah, so it was probably multiple choices.
What the fuck? Why would you put these numbers on the screen? Why would you put these fucking numbers? CBS, what the fuck are you trying to pull right now?
With this poll.
What the fuck are you trying
What
to
are you
pull?
pulling with this poll?
This is a bullshit poll. None of these numbers add up. They don't make sense. Why use them? What are they trying to cover up? This is bullshit.
percent said they were excited. Their number one concern, his age. President Biden is 80 years old.
That one added up to like 240%. What the fuck?
Look at him.
For a major presidential campaign.
I don't think they're trying to skirt this issue. They're not trying to run away from it. They want to address it head on.
The timing of the announcement is no coincidence. It's 4 years to the day since President Biden announced his 2020 White House bid. A potential rematch could be in the works. Republican candidate and former President Trump hit Biden's announcement on social media.
American families are being decimated by the worst inflation in half a century.
Do you think if Trump would have won the election, that because he was pro vaccine that more of his base would have accepted the vaccine?
No, that was the one thing they were willing to boo him over.
But that was after he lost, right?
His side was against the vaccine from the beginning. His side was anti-vaccine since the very beginning. Yeah.
Because the left was kind of anti-vaccine at the beginning as well, because they thought Trump was pushing it too quickly for political reasons.
I don't know if that's accurate. I was ready. I was ready to get the vaccine as soon as it was ready.
I think most people who understand vaccines were, but there was some hesitancy early on, because there were people who thought Trump was going too fast politically with warp speed. Project Warp Speed is Trump's way to try and win the presidency. I don't want to be the first wave.
I don't know if that's true because
I listened to a study on NPR on the way in, and they literally quoted that today on the way in.
Other Republicans likely to run
because a lot of people were behind Fauci, and Fauci was saying the vaccine's going to be safe and everything. So
did Fauci come in early on?
Yeah, he was right at the very beginning of it. Trump did a daily, as soon as all the shutdowns happened, for the first 2 weeks, Trump did a daily meeting that was televised, and Fauci was there from the very beginning. So
Yeah.
2024
Very late to the party. Wish I could help more.
It's all good, Allegas. Everything you do for us, Allegas, means the world to me. If you want, just sit down, enjoy a bag of chips or a ripe avocado, and just hang out. Thank you. Thank you.
statements criticizing Biden's record and calling another term a disaster for the American people. Now, at least one other Democrat announced he plans to run against President Biden. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. launched his
Oh my
bid
God.
for the Democratic nomination.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr., isn't he an anti-vaxxer?
He came back, though.
Oh, he did?
From the dead.
Last week.
No, that's John F. Kennedy Jr.
January.
Nicole, thanks so much.
I'm pretty sure Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is an anti-vaxxer.
Probably.
If it's the guy I'm thinking of. Robert. Yeah, that's him. That's hilarious. He's running for the Democratic nomination against Biden. Yeah, it says that's like the first thing on his Wikipedia. Anti-vaccine and propaganda conspiracy theories.
And for being the son of U.S. Senator Robert F. Kennedy and nephew of President John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Are their F middle names the same?
Fitzgerald, yeah, that was their mother.
So Robert
That was their mother's maiden name.
This guy's middle name is Francis. Jr.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I wonder if...
Huh. I don't know where the Francis come from then, but the F for John F. Kennedy is
I wonder
Fitzgerald.
if Robert was Robert Francis the senior.
Maybe.
Teddy Rubskin says he's excited for the new White Men Can't Jump movie starring Jack Harlow on Hulu.
Let's see. Robert Francis Kennedy. Yeah. So he took he has the exact same name as his father.
Does it have to be a junior?
I think so. Okay. I think the name has to match exactly. That's why Vince McMahon isn't technically a junior, because they have different middle names.
Do they call him senior? I thought
they do, but it's technically incorrect.
Huh.
I've heard people correct that too. Like, it's not actually a senior.
Sticky says, I think it stands for fucking, just like Jesus.
That's great.
Who's fucking Jesus?
Everybody.
Hot.
Morning, we are about to see some very big changes here in Washington when it comes to buying and selling guns. Lawmakers are hoping that this will lead to some big changes in reducing gun violence in our states.
Yeah, we've been tracking the push for a ban on assault weapons for months now, and today it's going to become law. The controversy around the ban is clear, and the state capitol building will be closed to the public today until noon as a safety precaution. Now, our own Nikki Torres live in Olympia with more on 3 different gun reform laws expected to come out of today's signing, Nikki.
Good morning. There is that one bill that many have been keeping tabs on all throughout this legislative session, and that is the ban on the state's ban on assault-style weapons. It did clear the legislature earlier this month, but that was after more than a half dozen failed attempts. Both Governor Jay Inslee and also Attorney General Bob Ferguson put House Bill 1240 at the top of their priority list for this session, and that was capping a long-fought battle.
People are still just going to go buy them elsewhere and sneak them in. Pew, pew. Right?
You could probably drive it in from Idaho. I doubt they're going to have gun checks, but I would.
What about
recommend it.
Oregon? You can buy a gun you can buy
you
like
probably do that too.
Yeah.
By gun control advocates.
I just would probably try and come in through the eastern border before
Washington will be the
the southern.
State to put
I ain't
into
coming in
effect
on
a
I-5
ban
with
like
my
this.
guns.
It will block the sale, distribution, manufacture, and import of more than 50 gun models, which does include AR-15s and AK-47s. These are guns that fire one bullet per trigger pull and automatically reload for
All the
another
women in the
shot.
chat are saying they definitely fuck Jesus.
Yeah.
They're also the weapon of choice among many shooters responsible for the country's most devastating mass shootings. A number of gun control advocates spoke up when this bill was first introduced. One woman was Anne Marie Parsons. She is the mother of a victim from the 2017 Las Vegas massacre.
I don't really know what this will prevent, because they're not taking, like, anyone who already has the gun, they get to keep it.
Yeah, I think it maybe just will prevent access to young crazies in the future.
Hopefully.
I think maybe they'll have to go ask around to get an assault rifle, and they'll get caught because most people don't want to sell assault rifles to psychos unless they're in the business of selling assault rifles to psychos. And most people that have them now will be like, fuck no, they can't buy these anywhere. They're a premium. You can't buy this psycho. You can't afford mental treatment. You can't afford to buy this gun.
Our family has to live forever with the knowledge that our daughter was killed, shot in the back while she was running for her life.
Well, that's terrible.
It's
in the
important
Vegas
to note
shooting.
Bill 1240 does not ban the possession of these weapons by people who already own them. Meantime, the governor will sign off on another bill this morning. It's a bill that would require a 10-day waiting period when
So, like, if you get
purchasing
pulled over and you have one, how, are they going to ask for proof that you owned it before the law changed? Like, how does that even work?
firearms. This means firearm dealers would not be able to sell or transfer guns without the completion of a background check and not before.
Do you think the gun stores got, like, all this shit got bought up because they saw this coming?
Probably,
Because
yeah.
when it was signed into law by the governor today, that was the cutoff.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. When I worked at the gun store back in the late aughts, I think it was 2008, 2009, that was when Obama was president. And we had like the best years for gun sales. So they thought Obama was going to take their guns away. Everybody was coming in buying guns like crazy.
10 days have passed since the check was first initiated. Anyone who wants to buy a firearm would also have to show proof of a completed firearm safety training program within the last 5 years.
I like
now,
that.
Another bill that will be put in front of the governor today would hold gun manufacturers accountable for any negligent sales. We are going to be here this morning as he sees all of these laws put in front of him and he
Interesting.
signs them. That is going to be at 10 this
Hold
morning. We'll keep you posted
manufacturers
here
accountable
with all
for
of the
negligent
details.
sales.
Live in Olympia,
Does that go down the
Torres,
chain
Fox
of
13
command
News.
for sales?
I don't know. Do you like, if someone that owns like a gun shop and they sell it to a crazy person, the manufacturer gets in trouble?
That's interesting.
I don't know. So here's where he actually did it. So I'll just.
And these manufacturers at long last will be required to act responsibly in the sale of these what can be public nuisances. These are three important bills.
So yeah, he signed all of them. I wonder if there was like any protesting going on. The whole group of people, guy in a wheelchair. That's how you know it matters.
You know it matters.
Check this out. A bunch of bikers shut down the Bay Bridge, I think in San Francisco. Let's see.
Sideshow on the Bay Bridge involving dozens of bikers blocked traffic bound for San Francisco.
Yeah.
Video posted to Twitter shows nearly 100 motorcycles stretched across all lanes of the Bay Bridge Sunday afternoon. Witnesses tell KTVU that as traffic slowed down and stopped altogether, bikers began a sideshow and some riders drove in circles on their back wheels in the middle of the Bay Bridge.
How does that stop? Did the cops come?
They probably leave before the cops come.
How long did this go for, you think?
I mean, it'd be hard for the cops to get there, right? Because, like, the cops got to drive up.
They come down the other side. Seems to be pretty open.
Yeah.
That's probably how they would have to get in. And then I think the bikes just drive out the other way, right? Like, I guess I could wait for them on the other side.
I've been on the Bay Bridge before. I think it's stacked.
South Park
like
would call them a bunch of F-slurs.
I think like one side of it goes one way, and then there's another side below it that goes the other way.
When I drove over it a couple years ago, it was during the BLM protests, and there was a huge protest on the bridge when I was driving
on
over
the Bay Bridge.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. It was pretty. This is the Bay Bridge, not Golden Gate.
Not Golden Gate
Oh
Bridge.
yeah,
the
no.
Bay Bridge.
It was on Golden Gate where all the protesters were. It was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
crazy. But this is the Bay Bridge. Yeah, I didn't
It's
do
a really long bridge. It's longer than the Golden Gate, I believe. It was when they had the big San Francisco earthquake years ago that happened during the World Series, like in the early 90s. I remember watching TV, and one of the upper decks of the Bay Bridge collapsed down onto the lower one.
That's not good.
When the earthquake happened.
That's not good at all.
Yeah, the Bay Bridge, I think, like goes, like you start on it, and then it like goes to an island, and then keeps going, and then goes like even more over to the other side of the other side of the bay. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
Tonight, Pennsylvania State Police are searching for Bam Margera. The stunt performer
Is this a
and
follow-up?
former reality
I think
TV
so.
star is on the run, they say, after an altercation at his Chester County home where they say he threatened to kill members of his family. Action News reporter John Paul is working the story.
John Paul is working the story with the details. John.
Yeah, Rick Shari says Pennsylvania State Police, they're asking for help finding Bam Margera tonight. He was last seen on Sunday morning. He's accused of assaulting family members
His family
at his Chester
members.
County home and then running off into the woods. This is the criminal complaint
So it was his
filed on
brother
Sunday,
that he was
accusing Brandon Margera,
assaulting, right,
known
or
as Bam,
threatening?
Something like
of
that.
From
assault,
the one we saw
making
yesterday said his brother.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe this isn't maybe this is just more of the same. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have any new
Yeah.
information.
The action to terminate your employment is...
Psychology teacher Jeffrey Keene talks about being fired from Dr. Phillips High School.
When they said you have an option to resign without violating your contract,
This
I
fucking
said,
guy. What character in a movie is he? Like he's a character from a film. I cannot remember which one. It's
Kenny Rogers.
Something, yeah. This fucking guy.
Yeah, but he was unjustly fired, I believe. Let's say.
I didn't do anything wrong. I said, if I did, tell me what it is. Oh, we can't do that. I said, well, in that case, since I don't know what I did wrong and you won't tell me, then you can go ahead and terminate me without cause.
So you're pretty much guessing right now as to why.
Yeah.
Keene says there was going to be an active assailant drill in school and thought he could tie it into a psychology lesson. However, part of the lesson included having the students write their own obituary.
If they were to die 24 hours from now, what would they do differently than they did yesterday? And that's to get rid of all the fluff and show them what's important in their world. It wasn't to say you're going to die and let's just stress you out.
However, he says a student asked to talk to a counselor after getting upset.
I put a disclaimer on the bottom of on the left one. I said this is in no way to upset you or anything else.
That happened during first period. During his
I put a disclaimer and said this is in no way to upset you. I'm glad I got a disclaimer saying what you did that
Trigger
upset me
warning.
was not meant to upset me.
second period class, he says a supervisor came to observe.
I said, who knows what they do if they're in the restroom where we have an active shooter? And no one knew.
Like, well, I would shit.
So I started to explain the correct process, and she shut me down on that.
Keene says he was just trying to teach the students how to stay safe.
I was stunned. I'm talking to students about the world they live in, about gun safety and about, active shooters.
An Orange County School District spokesperson released a statement saying Dr. Phillips High School families were informed that a teacher gave an inappropriate assignment about school violence. Administration immediately investigated, and the probationary employee has been terminated. Do you regret doing the lesson?
No.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
And
We
the
need
district says they
more
are-
teachers that assign obituary writing.
Yeah, I think every kid should write their own obituary and then live a happy, healthy life.
Yeah.
Not able to talk about details of this case. Meanwhile, Keene says he is appealing his termination.
Is this Brett Keene's
Reporting
cousin?
live outside Dr. Phillips High School, Valerie Boy, Fox 35 News.
I think all of you do that right now. Write your own obituaries. It's my assignment for you.
Could you write an obituary right now?
For myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Should we just put a video on for 5 minutes and write our own obituaries?
I don't want to do that now.
We'll just write our own obituaries here?
No.
And then we'll read them. They banned
Write
assault
your
rifles,
own
Ben.
obituary.
Assault rifles are banned in Washington State, so we're safe. We don't have to write an obituary. Our law says we can't die.
Time to come to terms with your own mortality.
Jeremy Piven wrote some sweet obituaries in Serendipity. Good old Jeremy Piven. Cheech Wizard says, "Here lies Cheech. He loved fishing and hated the government." There
Wow,
you go,
that's
Cheech.
very to the point.
There you go, Cheech. That's a good obituary.
Oh, bitch! I always thought it was funny that it had the word "bitch" in it.
Obituary.
Obituary.
I don't know what my obituary would be, but I don't think I'm too humble to write it myself.
Sure. Let's check out some other stuff.
Major Lee Awesome. He died as he lived, alone.
Oh, we got a tip. Muffin Man 392 gave us a little tip.
Nice. Roman Velasquez. Here lies the world's biggest sap.
Are you going to be buried under a tree?
Did the tip say anything in the message?
No. Or, hold on, what did it say? Oh, it said just the tip. That's what it said.
Well, thank you for your penis tip in our tip drawer.
I always like to see Boglum Chronicles' interpretation of what's going on here.
1 week ago.
KFC, I asked for Buffalo Ranch. What the hell happened? I don't see any Buffalo Ranch.
Yeah, the one time this guy wants sauce, he can't get it.
Nope. Buffalo Ranch.
All the time they've sent him sauce and nothing else. Ha, ha, ha. But now he wants it, and they fucked him.
I was going to pour the Buffalo Ranch on my chicken tenders bites, but no, KFC is not a sponsor. This is just free advertisements. How would you cool cobras feel about me adopting a pet? I won't give any details until it's official, but there you go. I don't care what y'all think. I'm going to do what I do. You know, I can legally have pets up here where I'm at. If I adopted a pet, I just have to get it registered with the higher-ups, and we're good.
That box was not his pet, by the way. that was KFC Nuggets.
YouTube, this YouTube channel is being controlled by an AI-generated King Cobra JFS. King Cobra JFS has died. God, my trolls are stupid. Holy fucking shit, YouTube. My trolls are fucking stupid.
The version of this we watched was widescreen. That's why it was in such bad shape.
Yeah, it did.
Because this is the tall version.
Huh.
That's what we were watching. Like, why is this in such poor shape?
But we're going to get into that as soon as we get some more people in chat. I have chat turned off so I can just focus on the live stream. I got a pet bearded dragon. His name is Puff, and he is just so fucking adorable, dude. The most badass little lizard you ever did see.
They're just using Reddit posts. That's their way of getting around the chat being locked down.
My buddy Ian is moving, and he needed a place for Puff. So I volunteered because I've always wanted a reptile, and turns out bearded dragons are super easy to take care of.
Everyone's predicting the doom of Puff, like on his Reddit. There's so many memes on there about Puff not surviving.
Yees of little faith.
I know when I get my album money, I'm going to be stocking up on bugs and calcium powder and light bulbs and little pellets.
If he's got to choose between feeding Puff bugs or eating them on his brain burger, he'll choose Puff.
Morning, he left a nice little lizard poop in his enclosure, so I immediately cleaned that out. This is part of having a pet.
How long does the bearded dragon live usually?
To watch an episode of
I don't
Beavis and
know.
Butthead
I've
with-
never had one, and I don't know how old this one is.
I thought I remember him saying that it's been around for a while with his buddy Ian. I thought I remember him saying it was older in this video. Or the one.
Why though? Why are you asking?
Because I wonder how long they live. So is it?
So when he dies, you'll be like, "Oh, it just died of old age."
Well, I mean, do we know if it's gonna die soon, anyways? Do we know?
I knew it. I knew it.
They live 10 to 15 years. You know how old he is now.
And then towards the end of the episode, he jumped into my lap and then stayed there for a bit and cuddled. And then he got down and started exploring the floor on the apartment. And then when he started to get a little bit colder from being out of his enclosure, I picked him up and put him back in his
Mr. Morgan says 5 to 15 years, typically 8 to 10 years. We gotta know how old the Puff is.
I don't think we'll get a straight answer on that. Maybe like a couple weeks to a couple years.
Well, then he should have a long life ahead of him.
So yeah, I'm not dead. Ignore my fucking trolls. They're morons. Now up here at the apartment complex where I live, people have dogs, cats, pets are allowed up
Sandusky
here,
Donut
dude.
says this is going to be awful.
So
Sandusky
my dad already
Donut.
knows about Puff too. You know what he told me? He said, "That's a cool lizard, bud. Be sure you do your research so you can take proper care of him."
Good advice.
And I have been doing my research, spurging out like a motherfucker.
Before the summer, I don't know about that, but you know,
I don't know. The lizard could live. Like the lizard could maybe live on its own in the biome with all the bugs that are floating around from the beer spilt on the ground. Like we really don't know how perfect that house is going to be for the lizard or not.
They eat a kind of specific type of bug. Like not beer gnats are not normally.
They're
like-
not.
No.
Bug light. That bug
No.
light he left out overnight to feed him wasn't good. Oh.
I've always wanted a reptile of my own to take care of. I've never exactly raised reptiles, so I needed something that was cool and easy to take care of. Now, when I build my clock tower dream house, I'd love to have a cobra, and those are a little bit more tricky to take care of.
What's
And
up,
for-
Tubes?
What's
Today
up?
we're gonna be making a Bogrito, version 12.4a. On this one we'll be throwing on Cajun pepper, adobo, Mountain Dew mixed with mayo and bud, and the
Oh.
cooked egg, hash browned bearded dragon meat.
No! No!
Guys, anyone out there that wants to help us out, it would be really awesome if we could get to 50% before the end of this stream. We got a little bit of time left. So if you want to help us out, we're not doing a post show because this is a modified week, so I wanted to put more time into getting further on with the goal. So if you want to help us out, please use the link in the chat there to send us a tip train. Egged, where are you? Where did you go, Egged? He probably fell asleep.
He's been doing donos all day.
Oh no, I know. He's been a sleepy boy lately. He's been falling asleep.
Wyoming law says I can own a cobra legally, but they have to be devenomed, raised on pinks, and you got to fill out a bunch of paperwork for it. It's a pain in the ass. I need to get another extension cord so I can have one for my lathe, because the one I have for it I'm using for Puff's enclosure.
Egged. How's it going, Egged?
You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning to Puff's claws scraping the inside of his hideaway, and I'm like, well, good morning, Puff. They don't eat a whole lot, so they can go months without eating because they're
I don't think
desert-dwelling
that's true.
creatures, but that's not going to be necessary for me.
The
Do we know if they go months without eating? Is someone?
I don't think that's true.
Can someone dono to Cobra if that's not true?
Because
Let 'em
like
know.
I don't believe that's the things that live in the desert eat other things that live in the desert. That's kind of how it works. So like, just because they're from the desert doesn't mean they don't eat. Severe storms happening tomorrow.
Where, here?
This means that even
That's what
in Texas?
If only I have money for alcohol or Puff's food or light bulbs.
As desert
Puff is coming
dwelling
first.
reptiles, bearded dragons
I
can
love
go
drinking,
weeks
don't get
without
twisted.
food, sometimes a few months. This allows them to survive in their native habitat when food sources are scarce. In captivity, this usually occurs during brumation.
Oh yeah, I think they do almost like a hibernation type thing.
Yeah, so maybe
what is brumation? Can you tell me exactly what that is?
I think it says here that brumation is like the Catholic.
Oh God. Okay. Whatever.
I don't. It doesn't say. I have to look it up.
There
you can
isn't-
look it up too. You see who's quicker. I have to type it out.
Oh,
with my
is it like
thumbs.
brumation?
Brumation?
Okay. Brumation. All right.
In a nutshell, brumation is to reptiles what hibernation is to mammals.
Okay.
There you go,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I had a friend that had a bearded dragon, and it just like vanished in the cage somewhere, and they were like, "Oh man, it might be dead," but then later it came out. So yeah, they do have like a hibernation. Now hibernation, yeah. So he can put some food in the enclosure and leave it there in case, like he should still keep up on like giving it food. But yeah, it might like hibernate for a little while and not eat because it's hardly moving, so it doesn't need to eat as much.
But Puff will give me an excuse to cut down on my drinking. Not that I need one, because I'm actually pretty good about maintaining that.
So if we get to 40%, Egged will humiliate himself for your entertainment. That's basically what he said.
I haven't had alcohol in like the last 3 days, and I'm content with that. Like, yeah, I guess I died, YouTube, and Puff is arranging my funeral, so please send
R.I.P.
condolence
Cubs.
money to my PayPal and Cash App. Trolls are like, you're too scared to go live, and I'm like, no one's asking you to go live,
boy.
No one's asking me to go live. No one's
Better
asking me
not
to watch
go
my
live,
lives.
boy.
You don't like my videos, and don't watch.
Better not go live.
They were threatening to send me food, too, which I thought was kind of funny. Like, how is that a threat? There are people who are dying of starvation and hunger in the world, and you're threatening to send me food if I go live. Thanks. This channel is being controlled by AI. Stupid.
It's not a good idea to put older, weaker reptiles in the brumation. I don't think Cobes is going
Look
to
at that, YouTube.
allow him to go
Hey,
into
Puff.
brumation.
Sometimes it does happen, though, but you should try to prevent it.
I think the audience will actually help Cobra maintain this pet because they'll troll him into taking care of it. I think that they will send food and bugs in abundance to his house to the point where he has too much food for it.
He has to clean the cage, too.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
That's not going to be happening on a regular basis. That cage is going to look like Egghead's bathtub. How you doing, Egghead? What a bunch of loner truckers. Damn, Mad Clown. Damn. I never thought I'd be referred to as a bunch of loner truckers ever again. And it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart. And it breaks my heart. You guys ever lay back, fall asleep, and wake up to the worst blowjob you've ever gotten from a man? Ricardo Noir says, I predict he will rub tactical soap on it. I hope not. I don't think that's good for it, but it could happen. He might do well with most aspects of its care, obviously, other than the cleaning. Yeah, I don't know what it takes to go into cleaning the animal itself and how much shit it will pick up from the cage being dirty. Maybe one of his buddies, maybe Cool Taste will come over and clean the cage. Do I know Dirty Mike and the boys? Of course, I drive a fucking Prius. He spends most of his time in his bedroom anyway when he's not getting arrested for public intoxication at gas stations. Is that true?
That only happened once. The public intoxication at gas stations.
Yeah, Cool Taste will clean the cage. It'll be fine. He can smell and taste exactly where all the dirt is. He's probably like fucking Daredevil of cleaning.
How you doing, bud?
Preparing his glued to stick pose already. I see. Oh my god.
This beast of a lizard is my new bearded dragon, YouTube. This is his enclosure. The enclosure and the food, all in the bowl and everything came with it. These are the light bulbs that I get for the one up here. Now at nighttime when he goes to bed, this one turns off. I'll turn it off and leave this one on so that when he crawls into his hole right here, he just goes right to sleep. Bearded dragons, this is pretty much what they do all day. They lounge around and chill out. Oh yeah, I love this lizard, dude. I want to keep him safe.
What is on the cage? Is it just like
I don't know.
Putty or something?
I have no idea. I'd have to actually see it in person to really tell what that is.
Is it mud?
He's gonna live the happiest and longest life. It ain't nothing to puff
It's
with.
shit.
Huh, Puff? Yeah.
It ain't nothing to puff with.
I keep all kids safe. I keep all animals safe.
Puff will outlive Cobra after Cobra cleans his tank and get poo under his rings, then mixes raw eggs and Doritos with the same head.
God damn it.
Who's that, Puff? He's got lettuce.
Yeah, I'm team Puff will be all right.
Those silkworms the fans
Did you vote
sent
in the
me
poll?
the care package.
I think I was
sprinkle
maybe
of
the first one to vote because when I voted it was 100% yes.
He does
Oh,
take
yeah.
live bugs too, like these worms right in here. Also got a couple live worms in this one too.
Puff the bearded dragon lived in Wyoming. He frolicked in a pot of
Such a
piss
good-looking lizard, YouTube.
and bit off Cobra's thing.
Because I is broke. But by next month, yeah, I'm keeping Puff stocked up on his pet supplies. I'd rather help raise a bearded dragon than
What
go
if
out of my
Cobra
way to
becomes like a
harass my
really
trolls
good
in real
dad
life
because of Puff? If like this changes his life and gives him meaning and unlocks the same thing that unlocked in Clint and made Clint quit the Blue Man Group for a while to raise Cobes?
Is that what happened?
I assume.
I don't think so.
Unlike those sad losers, I have a life. They don't.
He's going to put it in a
That's still
banana
my
hammock
life.
and hat. I'm surprised it's not in the banana hammock while he's wearing it.
Tune in to watch the
That
video.
becomes a fucking little baby carrier.
I'm very protective of that lizard.
Very protective.
Wonder what's been going on since that was done. Like I haven't
Has he
seen
not
any
uploaded?
update. I don't think so. Let's see.
I sure hope that Puff's okay.
Puff's already dead. No, I'm just kidding.
He needs to start hand feeding it. Is that more sanitary? He played some guitar earlier. No update on the lizard. He's just living. See, this is the thing. He doesn't want the internet getting in, using his children against him. So he's not going to talk about Puff. This is the last time he's going to talk about Puff. Candace Owens was the one that brought Puff up in the first place because she's attacking his children. That was wholesome Cobes content.
What was that? Okay. Yeah, there's a video of him playing guitar, but yeah, no mention.
Yeah.
of Puff. No sign of Puff.
Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea. Josh is going to hold that lizard hostage for donos as long as he can. That's the American way.
Here's an actual Mania promo from the Wizard.
Getting some quality Magicus content today.
I'm leaving for Earth now.
You can't do that.
Watch
Billy
me.
with
The
the
dead-
Clutch Candace call back.
Have had their time.
So long as Honest Red's stupid face is prancing about actual mania, I will never rest.
I'm God and I'm telling you you're not allowed back there.
If there was an angel in heaven for every star in the universe, there still wouldn't be half enough to stop me.
I am infinitely powerful enough to bid you from leaving the afterlife.
Go ahead and give it your best shot. If I have to whip your ass to get there, so be it. I will be at Mania come hell or high water, and there is not a damn thing you can do about it.
But you can't. So be it. But you may not be welcome back here the next time you die.
Oh no.
Why, Piggy? What possible reason could you have for wanting him back on Earth? I'll never understand what motivates you.
Wow. Shiny Swinub needs Magicus to take out Honest Red. Honest Red, you might not be welcome back into heaven after returning to Earth. Are you willing to sacrifice eternal salvation just to put Honest Red in his place?
I think he is.
Hello all you juggalos and juggalettes.
What's
Tis
up?
I flock opossum of vermin supreme. Actual mania is coming fast and I won't be. I will be taking my sweet sensual time to get all up in that clown boosie. He will juggling my balls in his mouth in the end. Before it's too late, stock up on your Vance Global edibles and smokables for the event. Use code peasants at checkout for 20% off.
Do that. Man. Yeah, I was making the actual Mania 3 promo video, and I was like, man, this card is just stacked. It's just stacked to the brim. And there's a few, like normally with a lot of them, I can usually tell, you know, where I think the votes are going to go. But there's so many of these where I just have no clue where the votes are going to go.
It's actual Mania
3. The third actual Mania.
I'm most excited for Jeff versus Kalo for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. That is definitely going to be a good one.
I haven't seen Jeff for so long. I want to know what he's doing.
He's doing his cross-country bike trip.
If he's going to
motorcycle
run into Kalo.
He'll run up on him. Yeah.
He just happened to bike right to Kalo's neighborhood.
Tomorrow on the show, we're going to have Liquid Skelly and Smarty on.
Oh, we thick.
It's going to be insane.
We thick. Zoe's got her money on Egghead defending the Cringerweight Championship successfully.
That'd be funny if people actually voted on this shit. But then you could, in theory, rig the vote. But you'd have to spend money to rig the vote, which means your winnings would be cut down. Yeah, and I mean, this is true. And there's no way we could detect it. People could make multiple accounts and sign up $5 on Patreon each one, and then vote multiple times in each poll if they wanted to. I'm just saying, like, there'd be no way to like detect that if that was happening. 35%, 5% away from a zap surprise from Egged. The email wouldn't give it away. I'm not going to go through everyone's email address and be like, well, who did you vote for? It doesn't tell me who votes for who. You know, and if there's like if there's like 50, 60, 70, 80 to 100 votes.
Yeah. The last thing we're going to do is stop scammers when it comes to putting money in our pocket.
Exactly.
You can even just buy Patreon accounts for fellow DP fans and tell them who to vote for. That's called the DP Teamsters. I'm going to hire the Pinkertons to come break you guys up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to even remember. So Dr. Piss, Drake Dragsaw, the Necromancer, Honest Red, the Mad Clown, Matthew Krecklau, and a mystery entrant, the Larry Simpson Memorial Battle Royal. And I talked, honestly, Egghead, Honest Red was talking to me privately, and he says he's going to win this, and he will be forever known as the first person to win the Larry Simpson Memorial Battle Royal. And he'll have bragging rights in perpetuity. The name of this will forever be attached to Honest Red as the inaugural winner. What do you think of that?
I think that Drake Dragsaw might be unbeatable in actual Mania. We've only seen him once before.
He won.
But he might be the unbeatable star rising.
So yeah, he's the new breed.
He might be. I don't know. We'll see where Drake Dragsaw goes. Also, there's supposed to be a entrant into the Hall of Fame, but I made the last 2 Hall of Fame videos, and I don't have a video editing software on my computer anymore.
What happened to it?
I can't afford it.
Oh, damn.
I had to get rid of it. I can't afford simple things. I had to go on a diet because I can't afford anything. So if anybody out there wants to make a video, I'll tell you who to make it about. Because I can't afford Photoshop anymore. I'm poor.
So Dr. Piss, Drake Dragsaw, the Necromancer, Honest Red. So you think Drake Dragsaw will win? You don't know who the mystery person is, though.
I know who the mystery person is.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, that's mystery person. You shouldn't have told Billy who you were.
Sorry. Drake Dragsaw wins.
Because he doesn't think you're going to win.
Drake Dragsaw wins.
Ruby Jules versus Smarty. Man, this is...
Look, we know who's going to win.
Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
But I do think it kind of looks like with the facial hair and everything.
Yeah.
That Smarty is just Ruby Jules with red hair.
Well, Ruby Jules has a classic goatee, and Smarty has the chin strap.
They just look like brothers to me. Their lips are folded the same way.
What?
Smarty just looks like the cool brother with the fucking punk rock style. Here's Jeff Holiday vying against Kyle to return to top form, maybe becoming once again the commissioner of Drunken Peasants.
What do you think of Kyle?
Mania?
What do you think of Kyle as the commissioner? Because he was kind of bribing everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean
that's smart.
That's one way to get the job done. How many people out there are eating pizza because of actual Mania and Kyle?
It's true.
What did Jeff Holiday ever feed you?
Wow. Are you campaigning for Kyle?
He definitely didn't give anybody Wendy's gift cards. I'll tell you that much.
No. He'd give them to him and shame you for
Maybe there's
it.
some people out in the woods that we don't know about eating Wendy's right now, but I haven't heard of any of it. But yeah, Jeff is always a good hand to have on. So it'll be a good matchup.
Yeah. So Lord Magicus, Honest Red
for the crown. I don't even know what the crown really means.
It was like a thing that now it's okay. So when I think of it, there was a time when Harley Race was the king, Harley Race, and his crown was like an unofficial title, and then he lost it to Haku, and then Haku lost it to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Macho Man had it. I think Macho Man, when he became the Macho King, he took it from Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And then I think it kind of died with Macho King, and then then the King of the Ring thing happened later on. But yeah, that's how Macho Man became the Macho King.
And as we've seen tonight, Lord Magicus is going to descend down from heaven to take on us Red, and he might not be welcome back. Big Diesel versus Captain Kool-Aid's and the King of Games. The rules are
Rap battle.
Rap battle.
Yeah.
So Big Diesel is going to have to rap Captain Kool-Aid's, and that's going to be an interesting matchup. But that's not it.
Of course not.
There's more. If you thought right here, right now, this would be all we had, no, we have a tag team matchup of Teddy Rubskin, the newcomer lowbrow jester, going against Vermin Supreme, the team of Rat Lord and Flock of Possum.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm excited about that one. That was kind of a late addition to everything.
And then Egghead's going to get cringy as hell with Jespro. We know Jespro is next level when it comes to pushing limits.
She is.
And Egghead is willing to cross boundaries that I think he shouldn't even cross. So this could get fucking weird.
I'm betting on it.
Then of course, the World Championship, Star Spangled Luchador versus Ben versus Simple Country. Ben, you motherfucked yourself on this one. Because you went months without defending. You could have went one-on-one with Simple Country. You knew you had Star Spangled Luchador, and now you got to go against both guys at once.
Yep.
So I don't know if the math adds up. We need to bring a mathematician in because it's something else. It's not going to be easy for you, Ben.
No, I'm not anticipating an easy one. Actual Mania. Trace.
That's Thursday night, guys. Thursday freaking
this
night.
Thursday.
We're going to be here tomorrow, and Thursday night, you're getting a big cramming of Drunken Peasants shoved right up your urethra. And then you're going to have the entire weekend to burn while it pees.
I saw Matthew Cracklow in the chat say, Drake Drag saw his Egghead 2.0.
Oh.
Egghead 2.0. Oh. So one last tip train to get Egghead on to do a zap.
Zap. Take it all back.
Take it back.
I think while you sit here, I'm going to go pee.
Go ahead.
I've been drinking a lot of water.
I know what that's like.
I can feel my pee-pee is like full of liquid.
Yeah, that's
just the second I touch it, it's gonna explode.
We'll wait then.
I'm not gonna be able to touch it till I get to the toilet.
Please.
I'm just gonna let it dangle until I get to the toilet.
Please.
If I have to resituate my pants, I'm gonna pee myself. So I have to be careful when I get up.
Don't pee yourself.
I don't want to.
Hands up! Shit. He can't help but not touch his pee-pee. He's going to pee everywhere. So we closed the poll. 64% say no to 35% saying yes. I hope I'm wrong and that no harm comes to the little bearded dragon. You guys are letting Egghead off easy right now. I was gonna make him zap behind his ears. We always got to find weird locations. Yeah, Egghead is over easy. Egghead's writing about someone's balls. He says he wants to be hit in the face with someone's balls. Can someone do that for him? Between the toes, yeah.
I'm like the guy who gets the balls in his face.
Egged. Yeah, we're not going to see an eggy zap, I don't think. Which is sad, but that's okay. How much for me to zap myself? Get us to 40%, and I will zap myself. You got to do it through Streamlabs. The link is right there. Get us to 40%, however much that, $5, or hold on, I think it's like $20. Yeah, I'll zap myself. I've got the zappers charged up. So I'll do it with Egghead. If you want to. Egghead cannot dodge balls and therefore cannot dodge wrenches. Yes. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. Can you dodge a wrench or a dodgeball? If you guys had to choose between pizza or burger, which would you choose? If you had to choose between the two foods, pizza or burger. I am not an Ontario bro. I've been to Ontario, though, and I've met Ontario bros. Okay, I see burger, pizza. They're very different foods. Yeah, I've had like pizza burgers before. No, but I'm talking about in their traditional sense. Like you can imagine like the best pizza and the best burger. Put those two head to head. Your favorite pizza versus your favorite burger.
I come back to DP for 1 week, and I've already lost almost $40. Money well spent in my eyes, lol.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're almost there. I want a burger right now. Yeah, those. You know what I really like is Shake Shack's burgers. I don't really have them that often because they're kind of far away from me. There's only one, like the closest one to me. I'd have to drive like 10 to 15 minutes to get to it. But just thinking about it right now is like, is it worth it to drive there to get it? But I have good places closer to me, so probably not. Yeah, the burger side, I would say burger's kind of a burger done well is better than a pizza done well. What about taco versus pizza? If you had to pick taco versus pizza. Yeah, I see taco. Any type of taco you can imagine. Dude, there's this new Mexican restaurant here in Bellevue. It's amazing. What's it called? It's expensive though. So like I usually I went there. I only got like a small portion of food because it's like crazy expensive. But
talking about Old Country Buffet?
No. This new Mexican restaurant that just opened in downtown Bellevue.
They have the La Villa tacos.
They have where is it? Yeah, these gourmet tacos here. So they have like a Wagyu taco that's like $12 a taco. Like one taco is $12. Yeah.
I don't like the idea of using Wagyu with flavors. I feel like it should be presented as a steak, but
I've had like Wagyu jerky before too.
yeah, it's like it's okay, but it's like
I would say American Wagyu. I'm okay. Like A5 from Japan, probably not. But yeah, I ate here and I had one of the. I had two tacos. I had the pork belly taco and the Wagyu taco. And the meat in the Wagyu taco was like butter. It was so like delicious.
I went to Costco with a buddy of mine I've been walking with, and he has an air fryer, and he bought the pork belly from Costco.
Yeah.
And cut it up and put it in the air fryer for like 20 minutes. That shit cooks really well.
I have some pork belly right now.
If you got an air fryer, you should put
I do
that
have
shit
an
in
air
there
fryer.
for like 20 minutes and see how it comes out. Cut it up like into little pieces. You know?
Yeah, like cubes.
Yeah, that shit fucking cooked up bomb.
Even the mushroom taco sounds pretty good, and they have like pastor.
Mushroom tinga?
Yeah.
Tongue?
Yeah. They have tongue.
Lengua.
Yeah,
is tongue.
Yeah, lengua.
What's tinga?
Oh, tinga. It's probably like these other ingredients here. How it's like radish, crema, cilantro, queso fresco.
Dude, I won't eat baby cilantro. That's predatory.
Is it?
That's Corvina ceviche.
Yeah.
Citrus cured sea bass, smoked habanero, and purple onion relish.
Yeah.
You know what this is? This is not for working class people. Like, is this almost like doing too much?
Yeah, it's like they wanted to make like a swanky Mexican restaurant. That's definitely what this is.
Who
it
likes
just
like,
opened. It's right next to Fogo. It's like right across the hallway from Fogo.
Huh.
Yeah. Cantina Monarca. Oh, they got like smoky drinks and shit.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of margaritas.
Yeah, I'm looking here right now, and I would probably go here, but if it's literally right across from Fogo, I think I'd just walk right into Fogo.
Yeah, like I'm not planning on going back anytime soon.
That's
but
cute.
Yeah, I didn't look at
hey,
any
do you guys
of the
like
desserts.
you like I like how they put two spoons on there. They're like, this is for sharing. It's like, well, you're gonna have to fight over the little fucking scoop. You're gonna share that little pile of nothing.
Yeah.
Hawkeye's gonna call and ask if they have mac and cheese. Good call.
Tinga is like chicken pulled apart in a sauce, but the way you cook it makes it tinga.
Okay, yeah. When I saw tinga, for some reason I was thinking tongue, and I was like, wait, that's not tongue.
Yeah, that is
That's
lengua.
not tongue. Tinga. My pinga tinga.
I had pozole the other day. Have you ever had that?
Soup?
Yeah, it's like a Mexican soup with hominy in it.
Yeah, it's the one without stomach lining in it.
Yeah, that's menudo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have pozole and menudo available weekends only at the 24-hour Mexican drive-up restaurant that opened up near my house.
Oh, yeah.
Before I went on my diet, I was going there at like 4 a.m. and getting giant burritos for $8.
I had red pozole. Red pozole.
Mario Heat says pozole is not menudo, but similar. Yes, we definitely.
Yeah, that's
I
what
said
we.
the one without the tripe.
I got it from
the one without the stomach lining.
I got it from what's it called? El Rinconcito.
Right, Lord Alcaraz says menudo and pozole are all I ate this past weekend in Arizona. Yum.
Yeah, Arizona. Oh man, in Phoenix, Frederico's. Love that place.
Pozole is chicken or pork traditionally. Yeah, I thought about getting the soup at this place, but it was only available during the weekends, and I was only going there at like 4 a.m. because I was binging hard, morbidly obese.
Obese?
I was morbidly obese.
You were in morbidly obese mode.
Yes. So I'd go there at like 4 a.m. be like, oh, if they have pozole, I would order it, but it says weekends only, so instead I better get this fucking breakfast burrito for $8 that has an actual full sausage link in it. I had a whole big-ass sausage link, uncut, just chilling in it. I went to bite in the fucking burrito. I was like, here's a bonus dick for you to fucking chew on. It was good, though. with the bonus dick. Size doesn't matter. The morbidly obese. Size really doesn't matter.
That's what the Beast said. Size doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter. I probably could just be taken for granted that I have a lovely cock, but I don't know. I just watch all those crazy porns where there's the giant strapping fucking anacondas. And it's like, I know I don't have one of those. I'm not working with one of those fucking Slytherins. The fuck are we watching this for?
To watch the shredding.
Now all the fucking viewers are going to be moist. Moist.
So YouTube, what's a cavity's favorite genre of music? Well, I heard it was black metal.
That's the whole video.
You thought that joke was
Oh
bad?
no, I guess
Check
not.
this out.
It just froze for
What's
a
a
second.
house's favorite kind of cheese? I heard it was cottage cheese.
What's a house's favorite cheese?
It's cottage cheese.
Oh God.
Yeah, these jokes are so cheesy they belong on nachos.
That's most definitely what's up. Do they have nachos at your swanky Mexican restaurant?
They had chips and salsa and like chips and queso, I think.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't have done actual nachos there for some reason.
Round it up.
Round it up. Round it up. 3 honey on a money, Seth looks. Gracias.
We're so yeah.
Do a quick
That's
little
good.
review of this stuff. I had some of it last night.
We're a third, more than a third of the way there.
Throughout the day after 5, and it's good stuff, dude. This cruising black cherry rum, it's King Cobra sealed approval. It's 21 and up.
I put a zap on, so me and Egghead will do a dual zap if we hit 40% really quick here.
Here's you fuckers.
Within like the next 10 minutes here.
Smooth.
Smooth.
You know what? I should you know what I should do for the show tomorrow? Make drink combos and drink them like Cobra drink combos.
You have to have ingredients, and
Yeah.
then people have to pick out ingredients per dono.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm gonna have to obviously I can't buy like all kinds of crazy shit. So I could get Mountain Dew and Bud Light.
You better check the fridge for fucking pickle juice and shit.
Oh, dude. Actually, pickle juice is one of my hangover cures. I'll crack the lid off of a jar of pickles and just, like, drink all of the brine out of it. When I have a hangover, it makes me feel better, for sure.
I went to Costco today and I bought Grillo's pickles from Costco. You ever get those?
What are they?
They're in a tub. They're Grillo's pickles. They're in the refrigerator. Grillo's pickles.
Grillo's pickles. No, I've
They're
never heard
in
of
a
it.
tub.
I don't think so.
They're like $7 for a tub. They're really good. I also got kimchi, and I came home with this tub of fucking pickles and kimchi and realized my refrigerator's too small to hold my old container of kimchi. And rather than waste all the kimchi,
You ate it all?
no, I drove in here. While I was driving in, I was eating kimchi.
Oh, dude, how have you not been like the cabbage farts and shit?
As because I didn't even eat it all because my stomach's not big because I've been dieting.
Oh.
So I'm gonna get in my car and I have like not a half a container, but I have like a container with like a bunch of kimchi in it that's been stewing. in
Yeah,
my
it's
car.
been kind of warm today too.
Yeah, it's a good chance when I get in my car, it's gonna stink. It's probably gonna stink.
Like a fart,
I
like
was
a
gonna
cabbage
throw it away.
fart.
I was gonna throw it away when I got in the neighborhood, but there was a fucking car accident on the freeway. So I got here with like I could have stopped and just been a few more minutes late, but I was like, no, it's too close already. It was close already today.
I'm going to do drink combos tomorrow. I need you guys to help me out. Another thing I need your help with is I need some content for tomorrow because Saturday shows are normally longer. and obviously this is a Wednesday, Saturday show that we're going to have to do. So we're doing it on an off day. And when you do shows like back to back to back, you use up all your content. Like all the shit that I downloaded and all the stuff to talk about is pretty much used up at the moment.
Roger Wilco says, I add sausages to kimchi and heat it up. It's stinky yumminess. It's stinky yumminess. Yeah, I'm worried that I get in there and the kimchi has heated up and exploded in my car. It could be bad. It could be really bad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Simple Country's promo. I saw the message, and I thought he said it was his regular video and not a promo, but I saw him mention it, and I just reread it here. So I'll have that in just a minute here. I'm all paranoid about playing people's final submissions.
That almost happened the other day, right?
Yeah. Well, apparently, I don't know. They told me explicitly that was that was supposed to be played that night and not for the main event.
Was there another one that was sent too, or
no? I don't think so.
Motorin. Warm fermented cabbage. Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw this fucking cabbage away. There wasn't that much left, but there was way more than I was gonna be able to eat. So as I was driving in, I was just like, I'll just get as much cabbage in me as I can. And then my stomach started gurgling, and I was like, okay, that's enough cabbage. Or
But
else
yeah,
I'll shit myself.
Hit up the content inboxes in our Discord and send us some stuff to watch on the show tomorrow, if you could, please. And, put it in the appropriate place so that I know where to find it if you have anything that you want to see us cover. And that's the best place. If you're not in our Discord, that's the best place to send us content suggestions.
I'm surprised nobody has offered to donate $100 for me to go out to my car, get the festering kimchi, bring it in here, and open it.
Aww.
For $100. And then the kimchi would be your problem, Ben.
No, you're taking it with you when you leave. I remember you came here after going to Bok Bok.
Would you? Yeah. Well,
and you were like, like your farts were like.
That's when I bought kimchi. Oh, maybe it was Bok Bok, but I thought that's when I bought the kimchi from the street fair and shit my pants a little bit. Ben, will you eat the kimchi if we make $400? Will you have some fermented, car cooked kimchi?
No.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Sausages and sauerkraut crotch are pretty good. You mean sauerkraut? Hank Chill said sauerkraut, and I'm thinking of what sort of sausage are you playing with?
Here it is.
You know, they say that all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Ben Pie, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally, when you go one-on-one with another cook in the kitchen, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a culinary freak. I'm not normal. So you got a 25% chance at best at beat me.
Is this a cook-off? I didn't even realize it.
Then you add Star Spangled Luchador into the mix, and your chances of winning drastic go down. See, three-way to Actual Mania. You got a 33 and a third chance of winning, but I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning. Because Star Spangled Luchador knows he can't outcook me.
Is this a cook-off?
He's wearing his Simple Country apron.
He ain't even gonna try. So Ben Pie, you take your 33 and 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and 1/3 chance of winning at Actual Mania.
Okay, let's see.
Then you take my 75% chance of winning.
Okay. So he's good at cooking, but is he good at arithmetic?
This is Simple Country math.
If we was to go one-on-one, and then add 66 and 2/3%, and I got 141 and 2/3.
This guy is literally ripping off the famous Scotch Tyner math interview lol.
Is that what's going on? I didn't notice.
Chance of winning at Actual Mania. See, Ben, numbers don't lie. And they spell disaster for you.
Okay.
At Actual Mania. Big Papa Pastry's coming.
Oh, I am not a baker at all. I definitely am not a baker.
Big
so
Papa Pastry. Big Papa Pastry. He's got a little croissant.
This
a little
feels
croissant.
like the longest case of syncopated clock.
I don't know what that means, Egghead. What's syncopated clock? Is that some sort of weird
I don't know.
sexual position?
What is 40% of this? 300 and what? 320? I'm so bad at math.
It's gonna be $800.
No, it's no. I'm just trying to realistically know how close we are. Someone do the math for me. What's 40% of 800?
Realistically,
it's like 325.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
boom,
$333. Okay.
That would not be 40%.
Oh,
40%.
I don't think it
no.
is. Someone said 360.
So it probably would be 360 because 10% is 80. 80 plus 80 is 160. So 320? Is that
That's
it?
what I said earlier.
That we're going for 320? Ben only bakes challah and space brownies.
Space brownies. I had space cakes in Amsterdam. That's like the only edible they really have there. Space cakes. They're like hash brownies. They're really good, actually.
The syncopated clock is a song. It's generally waiting music.
I had syncope and it made me faint a couple times. It's happened to me a few times.
Syncope? What is that?
It's when you're it's like your heart doesn't supply the blood to your brain quick enough and you end up fainting. It's happened to me a couple times.
I don't think I've experienced a lot of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think most everything I experience is a constant existential dread, worrying about the inevitable end of my life and the world around it.
Happened while you were taking a shit. Yeah, it can happen. Like one time it happened to me when, because like when I was a kid, my leg was almost ripped off by a car because I got ran over by a car. And a couple years later after that happened, I was watching a TV show where a kid got his leg cut off, and it made me faint. Because it like gave me like PTSD flashbacks. And then there was another time where I was like eating at a restaurant that was like outside and it was summertime and I was drinking and eating a lot and it happened to me then. But I didn't faint all the way. I just felt like I was about to. The best thing to do when that happens is put your head down, like sit down and put your head down below your knees. It helps. So Matthew Krecklau, I what you sent me, is it an actual because like the point of promos are to like talk about your like what you're gonna do.
Get your shit talk.
Yeah, but your promo is just you singing like your normal videos. Yeah, you should like send me your best song for the actual event. But if like what you want to do is like the promos are like talking about the match, you know, like and your opponents and how you're gonna win and you're gonna go all the way and you're gonna become the next Cringerweight champion.
Ricardo Noir wants to know what the movie was that made you faint.
I don't remember. I actually I don't think it was a movie. It was like a TV show about. I think it was Rescue 911. Actually, it was like a show that told like real stories about times where 911 had to be called, and they did like reenactments of like emergencies. And this little kid was riding a four-wheeler, and it flipped over on top of him and chopped off his leg, and like just doing that like triggered me. Like looking like I remember. Like looking down at my leg and my leg's just like hanging there by the flesh, and there was like a compound fracture of the bone had come like through the skin, and I didn't faint when that happened to me, but I fainted when I watched that TV show. I don't know. It was really weird. It was only a few years after that had happened too. It was like a couple years later. So that image triggered me.
Only time I ever fainted, I was dating this girl and I was madly in love with her, and she forgot my name and called me piss butt. And I guess I was heartbroken and I just fainted.
Yeah. Wow. So we put the Zap on the line. We're $10 away, but it's like we're past the mark. So if someone doesn't do it right now, then the Zap isn't going to happen, and we got really close to it without it even actually happening. I mean, that's fine. That means I don't have to get zapped and everything, but, you know.
Makes my dick hard.
Yep. I'll give you 30 seconds.
I'll give you 30.
I'm watching the clock right now.
30 inches.
30 inches.
30 inches of
That's like more than
hardwired plumbing.
That's more than 2 feet.
That's 2 feet and 6 inches.
Yeah. So 2.5 feet.
And if I can get 6 inches and 2 of my feet inside of her, she's a keeper.
Zap bitch.
There it is. All right. Now I got to bring Eggit in too. So we'll bring
Marcus Trinius. Grazie.
So Eggid, get ready.
You guys are about to eat bitch flavored ramen. Marcus Trinius said zap.
That kind of made me hungry for ramen when you mentioned that.
Bitch flavored ramen. Nothing makes me happier than seeing Aggie in pain, says Zoe.
That's interesting.
The Coke Ghost says, I've suffered today. Others must suffer with me. Zap.
I like how that works. Ha ha! God damn it, pal.
Egghead, please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Yes. I loved Weird Al's version of that song. Phony calls.
Don't go making phony calls.
Yeah.
God damn it, pal.
What happened, Egghead?
I don't know.
God damn it, pal. Ha ha ha.
Egghead.
Gonna ruin it for us. What?
If you were in an ass eating contest and you'd already eaten all the asses that you would have been happy eating, but you didn't eat enough ass to win, would you go and eat a couple of asses that you normally wouldn't eat just to win?
Strikes me as the one getting his ass eaten.
Ben, did you hear what Ben said?
I did. I strike him as the one getting my ass eaten.
Yeah. You have a lot of bung tongue booty play in your life?
Booty play. Bung tongue.
You ever have Trumpster Bob around when he's going to jail and you got to stick something up his butt?
Wouldn't that be considered contraband?
It would. Please stick to the 7-digit numbers you're used to.
Yeah.
I don't think I've listened to that song.
Really?
Bitch.
I don't recall listening to it, but I could.
It wasn't a single. It was definitely just like a track on the album.
God damn it. What the hell?
Egghead.
Yes.
Many years ago, I had a one-night stand with a girl, and she messaged me trying to get me to go to a Weird Al concert with her, and I never went. Am I a bad guy?
I don't know.
All right, Egghead.
Am I a bad guy? Because I like Weird Al, too.
I saw Weird Al like at a free show once. They used to have these like family concerts in downtown Toledo during the summer once a week.
Right.
And every now and then they get like a big name, and they got Weird Al one year. All right, you ready, Egghead?
Nope.
Why not?
When are we ever ready for this?
I'm at 100%, bitch. Come on.
So, beach.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God damn it all to hell.
Look at you guys.
I hate it.
Look at you guys serving up that bitch ramen.
I hate it.
Is that a good enough zap for you, Marcus Trinius?
Do they want more? Do they want more?
You're not going to torture me, are you?
My fucking Mel Gibson.
Yeah. So what do you
My
think?
nipples are so hard.
Honest Red, winner of the Larry Simpson Memorial Battle Royal. Are you excited for that? What?
Why did Egghead bite finger dicks?
I'd rather freaking put a bullet in my head. For
But
that
then
crap.
another thing is, if he wins, you're gonna have to face him again for your title.
That means he's number one contender.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know who the mystery opponent is.
Yeah, you should be afraid of that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it's my own uncle.
How'd he guess?
Oh snap!
How did he guess?
Yeah, we've been in contact with him all month.
We actually signed a contract with him.
Yep.
We're going to be the exclusive shareholders of the new movie coming out called
Stormy Daniels' Revenge.
called Trumpster's Last Stand. It's going to be your uncle versus Trumpster Bob in a fucking Wild West butthole challenge bonanza.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's gonna be a good and the character Trumpster Bart is gonna be an old coal miner that is cashing out his last golden nugget.
I could see Bob being that character, like some old prospector.
Like, this is my last nugget. Now I'm gonna use it to buy your badge, Stormy.
Buy your badge.
I'm gonna buy your badge. And he buys Stormy's fucking town with his last gold nugget.
Oh no!
And Stormy's got to do the right thing and win the people back their freedom.
Yeah, and I said Stormy Daniels, but I should have said Stormy Lane. But it might be a good idea. Maybe your uncle got a boob job.
Oh no!
So it's kind of like Stormy Daniels Lane.
I gotta be honest with you, Ben. He's already got double D testicles.
Oh.
Uncle Stormy's got a couple of fucking swingers.
Stormy Daniels Lane.
And he got the name Stormy because he was taking a piss and some shorter folk were walking beneath him, and they looked up and they thought it was a storm coming down from a palm tree because the two coconuts hanging beneath the yellow drizzle. His gigantic coconut testicles. Again, have you ever seen them?
Nope.
So you know you don't know if I'm lying or not.
He couldn't see them because they were covering his eyes.
Oh my goodness.
Damn it, Ben.
Oh my goodness.
God damn it.
The big MTV song was Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump.
Oh man, Eat It was really big. Fat
we're talking about from the Bad Hair Day album.
Oh, okay.
Which also Bad Hair Day had bigger than Gump. The big MTV song was actually the Amish Paradise.
Yeah, that was
from Bad
huge.
Hair Day.
Yep.
That whole album was built around Amish Paradise.
Yep.
So I must have heard Phony Calls and just not liked it because I definitely played the fuck out of that album when I was
It's like an exact parody, only like a Weird Al parody. It sounds
so I've definitely heard it. I just like forgotten about it over the years because it wasn't hitting like Gump and Amish Paradise were hitting.
So that wraps up this episode. We will see all you guys tomorrow for the bonus show. Don't forget, and please send in some content idea suggestions in our Discord.
Hey,
it helps a lot.
Wash your dick, okay?
Oh, always.
All right.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.